How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Matchday Live. It's a big one. It's Newcastle at St James Park. I do wish it would have been a bit bigger, but as you all know, I do think that we've blown the title race already. So, why are you laughing?
It's not
you're ready to argue with me already, isn't it?
No, but when you say that, it just makes me laugh because I think mathematically it's still not over, especially if we win today.
Yeah.
Do you not think that?
If we win today, I don't think it matters much, if I'm honest.
No, okay.
I want to win today. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, of course
I want to win today,
yeah.
but I don't see City dropping points in 2 games, and those drop points have to be a loss and a draw in what final 5 games of the season. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. But
we pray it happens, though. We pray. We pray.
There are a couple of difficult games though, and they got Brighton and Brentford respectively, 2 away games. Those are not going to be easy games, especially the Brighton game.
We'll be sitting here anyways closer to the time, so I'm sure we'll talk again.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
As you can see, I got Laurie to the right of me. What are you saying, Laurie?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Nice warm day. I'm hoping that there'll be a good day on the pitch for us later, but we'll see.
We will
but
see.
Yeah, I'm good.
We will see. If you watched the starting 11, it is the same panel. If you didn't, I'm going to reintroduce people. I've got Michael making his debut on the channel.
Yes, Mike.
What are you saying, Michael? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. Like I said, it's a big game, but so I trust in what the boys have delivered this season, and I think if we can get it right today, I think, like I said, hopefully come back up with a win.
Yeah. Big Stricto back in the building as well.
Big Stricto in the building.
Come on. Come on. I feel good, man. Yeah, we could do this, man. I'm like Laurie, you know. I'm not actually going to argue with Laurie. I think I'm in his camp of thinking.
You're a
I don't think
mathematician, yeah?
Yeah, mathematician, bro.
You know it's peak when people turn to maths, though. you know that, right?
I left maths in school and all of a sudden...
No, but you know, it's not even that.
Doing
For
maths
me,
again.
it's just, I'm just naturally an optimistic type of person. I'm more glass half full than half empty. Not to say that you're half empty, but I tend to look at it like, I tend to look at it like, as long as there's a mathematical chance, and it's not too wild, I'm not saying mathematical as in, you know, we need 10 goals to, you know what I mean? A reasonable mathematical chance, then to me, it's all to play for. And as I said before, and I don't want to belabor the point, but it's not just, see today's game, yeah? It's not just about winning the league for me. It's about finishing strong, doing yourself justice. I mean, we've been playing so well for the vast majority of this season. For it to tail off, for me, would be disappointing. So we need to, you know what I mean? Keep going right to the end. That's very important for me, that is.
I get that. Try and make the gap as small as possible come the end of the season. But we will. You know what, production? Can you put a poll in the chat for me, please? Can you put a poll asking, is the title race over? I want to know what the chat's saying because we're asking it here, so we might as well get the feeling of the Arsenal fans in the chat. Michael, what do you think? I mean, win, lose or draw today? Do you?
Oh, clearly, obviously, anything less than a win, then you would say it's over. But I said, I tried to remain positive. It's been such a good season, and main thing, like Laurie said, is just to finish strong. Even if we don't win the league, it's more like just how close we can stay to City, and we don't want to tail off now and everyone be like, oh, just we've fallen off the wagon at the wrong time. But I said, I think now more than anything, it's more of a showcase. You know, I think the season we've had, we hopefully use it as a springboard to attract the better players around the world, and hopefully recruit right in the summer and just go from there, and hopefully build on this momentum that we're on, because I said it's been a fantastic season, and hopefully it's the start of something going forward.
Yeah. Hopefully it is the start of something going forward. Before we are stricter, the poll is in the chat, so place your votes, people. Ops, leave it out right now. Let the Arsenal fans vote. And I also want to mention that James and Nick are on the info station as well. We'll be touching on them throughout the game. Big up James and Nick.
Oh, it's camera on us. Hello, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, good, man, good. Bit nervous. We were chatting on the starting 11. You know, I think in a weird way, it's a pressure-free game for Arsenal, but it's also a game in which we have to win to at least keep asking the questions of Man City, and if they slip up, be ready for it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's people have thrown the term around bottling. It's going to come down, if we don't win it, it's going to come down to the size of the bottling, if you like. These are 2 managers that are both in contention for manager of the season, certainly for the Premier League season. Yeah. So, you know, it's going to be a big sense of pride for both these managers, and both this game is huge for setting up for next season if both managers come out of this season without a trophy.
Very, very true. Well, we do know that a win today closes the gap to 1 point behind City, though they would have a game in hand. And we also know that a draw for Arsenal does mathematically secure second place, apparently. So, still plenty to play for. And Newcastle will want to close the gap. And I think it's important that Arsenal do their bit to at least stay in touch with Man City, as we mentioned, in case anything happens. We will be here throughout the watch-along, throughout the game, to just fill you with any stats, info, anything that's going on that we hear via commentary, again, via the numbers or anything that we can add. And of course, we will leave you with Turkish Error for the watch-along kickoff in about 24 minutes.
Stricto.
Yes.
Last but not least, man, you said you're in Laurie's camp when it comes to the title race, whether it's over or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro, come on. See, what I want to see here is push City down to the wire. Because what could potentially happen is we don't win this game, and then City go on to draw and lose their next games, and you think, if only we won at Newcastle, like that if only feeling, like I hate that feeling. If only we would beat in West Ham, if only we would beat in Southampton, if only we would beat in Liverpool. I hate that feeling. So the most important thing is just keep on winning, and you never know, by the grace of God, inshallah, something happens with the City games, and that's all we can hope for, because it's not in our hands. But we've got to keep giving ourselves the best chance to push it to the last game.
Yeah, I hear you. Like I said, I do want to win the game. We will get into predictions, we will get into the lineups and all of that, but I do want to say thank you to NordVPN for powering this matchday experience. Use the code AFTV at the checkout, or click the link below to visit nordvpn.com/AFTV for the AFTV special, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Wow, Lee, you're levitating.
NordVPN has made me one with the universe, Cecil. No more pop-ups, no malware, and I'm saving money exploring international prices. Also, all my devices are protected by next-generation encryption.
So you found peace?
Yes, Cecil. Just change your location in the app and transcend space and time.
Wow, I feel invincible.
Tell the nice people what to do.
Click the link, people. Click the link.
There you go, people. Use the code AFTV or click the link in the description below and get yourself the AFTV special. You know, we've all seen the lineups, we've all seen the starting 11. I will go through it one more time so we can get into our thoughts about it all. Ramsdale obviously in goal. Then we have Ben White and Zinchenko, the fullbacks. Kiwior back in next to Gabriel, who's fit today. Jorginho, Xhaka and Odegaard in the midfield. And it's Saka, Martinelli and Jesus up top. Laurie, you just gave a little fist pump there. What was that for?
No, that was just my optimism.
I thought you had a particular name and he's in.
No, with the team, I'm not surprised that he's gone with that team, because that's kind of what I thought Arteta would do for the most part. Where I would disagree with him slightly, though, is that I would have definitely gone for Tierney over Zinchenko, because I think, I'll explain it briefly, but I think that Newcastle will have quite a bit of the ball today, more so than most teams we play. And I think that we have to be defensively responsible, and I think Tierney provides that over Zinchenko. Not to say that Zinchenko can't defend, of course he can, but I just think Tierney's a better defender of the two. So I think we would have been more solid with Tierney in the defence. Moving a bit further up the pitch, I could see why he's gone for Jorginho. Jorginho came in because Partey had lost form and he had a decent game against Chelsea. He didn't have to do too much because Chelsea were bang average. But Jorginho played well, so you can say, you can justify it by saying Jorginho deserves to keep his place. However, I think that if we're going to beat Newcastle today, which we need to do, then you have more of a chance of doing that with Partey in midfield, because he's going to try and get more forward. His balls are going to be more industrious. We're just going to have more of an attacking flavour about the way we play. Up top, some people said they would have gone for Trossard. I would have. I'm sounding slightly contradictory because Saka, we all know, has not been at his best. However, my reason for sticking with Saka is that I think with Saka, even there will be spells when he's not doing that much, but then he will pop up on the wing, beat a couple of men, put it in the top corner and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So overall happy. Mike, I want to take it back to Laurie's initial point on the Tierney and Zinchenko debate, because it's not the first time he's come up towards the back end of this season. You've played a lot of football in your life at a high level as well. What's your thoughts on it all? Zinchenko offers so much in terms of coming into the middle of that overloaded midfield, but Tierney also offers his own attacking threat. Who do you prefer, and do you think Tierney's been hard done by this season?
100%. I think Tierney's a fantastic defender, like you said, but with Zinchenko in there, I think, like Laurie's alluded to, we might not have a lot of the ball. So I feel like with Zinchenko in there, when we do get the ball, I think his range of passing will be able to just break them lines a little bit quicker and get it to our forward players. Maybe that's in terms of the thinking there. And when you're talking about Jorginho in the middle, I think it'll prove that maybe without Partey in there, we might not be as high pressing as we are. We might stick to a shape, be quite rigid, hard to break down. Like I said, it'll be interesting. Like I said, I think the first 20 minutes we're going to have to weather a big Newcastle storm. I think they're going to throw everything at us. And after that, I think we'll be able to get licence down, play, and hopefully, like I said, get them creative players involved. And like I said, just weather that storm, get going, and hopefully we'll pick up some good chances, put the ball in the net.
Strict though, Zinchenko, Tierney, was now the time to put Tierney in there, considering there's been some doubts about Zinchenko recently and his performances, or do you think Zinchenko's brought us this far with the position and the way he plays?
The honest truth, I wouldn't have been against either or, whether Tierney started or Zinchenko. I see why Zinchenko starts because, like I was saying earlier, he can break the lines. And with Tierney as well, Tierney also, what Tierney does is he helps Martinelli out a bit. So, when they've got two men on him, they obviously can't do that. They have to go man for man. So, either way, I'm not really against it. And like you said, I think there is a risk taking, like doing it at this stage of the season, like at this time, putting Tierney in a very big game, game this magnitude. So I get the whole thinking behind it. Like I said, either way, either or, I'm not really against it. All I want is just commitment, energy, and hunger from the boys today. Like I think James said earlier, it is pressure, but not. It is at the same time like a pressure-free game. Like everyone's given City the league already, so just go out there and just play. That's all I want to see.
Yeah, Michael, you mentioned possession already, and in the midfield, Partey on the bench again. I will mention that against Man City in particular, I looked at Partey for some of the goals, and the first one, De Bruyne started behind him, makes the run, Partey doesn't keep up. The third goal just after half time, Partey tracking back, he looked a bit slow. It looked like he was carrying some sort of an injury. Do you think it's an injury that's caused him to be sitting on the bench the last couple of games, or do you think it's performances?
Could be a bit of both. Like I said, maybe there was something that we don't know. Maybe he was picking up a niggle that's maybe not made him play at that 100% level. But like I said, his performances have kind of dropped off as well a little bit, which like I said, when Partey is at his top level, he's one of the best midfielders in the league, and that's where we needed him to keep that consistency. But with injuries and stuff, like I said, he's been in and out a little bit lately. But like I said, Jorginho in there is a different type of player to Partey. Like I said, with Partey's physicality and his pace and stuff, he'll cover a lot more ground, where, like I said, it comes back to a bit, how our game plan will be today. Like I said, it'd be interesting to see how we do go up against them.
What do you think it is? Partey injury, or do you think it's Partey performances that's resulted?
It could be a little bit of both, but it would appear that it's loss of form, to be honest. And the two could be connected. They're not mutually exclusive, so it could be connected. But there's no doubt that as Michael said, his levels have dropped off a little bit. And so I can understand why the manager's gone for Jorginho. And like I said, Jorginho didn't let anyone down against Chelsea. He did what it says on the tin with Jorginho, innit? Yeah. And so, him keeping his place is probably justifiable. It's just that if it was me, I probably would have opted for Partey because he offers more going forward. But one of the things I did want to say, and I made it in the starting 11 show, is that I think if we're going to win today, I think the manager has to use the subs wisely and a bit more innovatively. You know what I mean? He needs to be a bit more proactive with the subs. Been a bit disappointed recently with, the subs are always like for like, man coming on in the last 5-10 minutes when the game's already gone away from us. you know what I mean, I want to see guys like Reece, if they're going to come on early where they can make a reasonable impact on the game. They're not chasing shadows, you know what I mean? They're on there to try and affect the game in the right way. So that's going to be interesting today.
I hear you. We'll see. Stricto, same question to you. Partey, injury problems or performance problems?
Again, I think, like everyone said, it might be a bit of both. I think his performances of late hasn't really been. I mean, I go back to the West Ham game, with West Ham's first goal. I think you can kind of squarely put that on Partey. Do you know what I mean? And then at City as well. Yeah, he's been off the boil. I still, me personally, I would never drop Partey for Jorginho. I'll just never do it.
Why is that? Why?
Well, like power, like presence. You know, Jorginho. Listen, don't even get me into it. But like, I see the footage once where.
I see where you're going.
No, I see the footage once where like the referee is outpacing Jorginho, like things like that. I mean, he's a very good player. You know what I'm saying? He's very technical on the ball. You know, he's an old head. He's been around, but I just think there's just certain things where, with all
no, I agree with you. I think if we're going to try and win today, to me, Partey gives you more of a chance.
There's a presence that Partey has, and plus we lose height against one of the tallest teams in the Prem. Yeah. You know, you take Partey out and put Jorginho.
When I think of Jorginho, and again, I don't want to denigrate the player. This is just my personal belief. When I think of Jorginho, I think of containment. I think of, okay, you know what I mean? But with Partey, I'm thinking it's a bit more offensive-minded. Whereas with Jorginho, we're looking to contain, we need to, you know,
I think mobility
preserve.
Mobility is the biggest
That's
difference.
The word.
Between
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, mobility.
Yeah,
but if you're looking to win the game, I think Partey is going to be the man you go to 9 times out of 10. Am I wrong in thinking that?
Yeah, he's been one. Yeah, he was solid for us this season. The majority until the back end. What about Trossard, Stricto? Because you know a lot of people expected or wanted him to start after starting last game. A lot of people shocked that Martinelli held the bench, considering, in my opinion, he has been the best of our front three in the crunch period that we find ourselves in. Does it make sense to you? Happy with the front three, or do you think Trossard should?
I'm happy with the front three. I mean, you've got Martinelli. How many goals he got this season so far? 15. Yeah. You know, he's made a case that it would be very difficult to drop him. I mean, he did get dropped and he came back instantly, started powering again. Trossard, I think, is very, very, very unlucky. But sometimes you are a victim of other people's success, you know, and it's nothing to do with how he's played, because every time he's played, he's been exceptional. But the numbers for Martinelli don't lie, and he offers that threat where, you know, he's probably one of the quickest players in the league. Who would you really want to be defending against? Ball in behind the line, like, you know, he's exceptional. So I think he's unlucky. I think Trossard is just purely unlucky.
Yeah.
You know.
What about Saka then? Because a lot of people have mentioned, Ian Wright's mentioned that, you know, his performances haven't really, you know, they kind of tailed off recently. Is he that sort of a player that you play regardless because he can pull something out of nothing, like Laurie said, or do you think Trossard can feel hard done by not?
Yeah, again, like that's what, again is Saka. I personally last few games have called for Saka to hold the bench because I feel more so of a burnout more than anything else. Like, he's played for England, he's played friendlies, a World Cup, Euro qualifiers, and then straight into Arsenal. And, you know, the guy's carried Arsenal for such a long time. And let's not forget, he's still a young player. There's so much that we demand from him that we actually forget, like, do you know, this guy's only been a pro for how many seasons? Do you know what I mean? But so that's how good he's been. So it's very, again, I think Trossard is so unlucky because any other time period, he starts. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Saka is kind of undroppable at the same time. Well, you want him to be dropped, but he's also undroppable, like you said. He can do you know, he can have 20, 30 minutes or even 60 minutes not doing anything, and then boom. You know,
comes out with something.
Comes out with something special.
It's a good problem for the manager to have, isn't it? I mean, let's be honest. When you can call on the quality of Trossard off the bench, I mean, that's.
Our bench is strong. Our bench is strong. If anything isn't really happening, you can actually look to the bench.
And let's not forget about guys like Reece Nelson, man, who you know, they come off the bench.
Our bench is stronger. than usual. But I don't think it's strong because you're right. We have like for like subs. You mentioned like for like, but we don't have nothing to change it up.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You mean in terms of like striking options?
Like a striker coming on, that can be more of a target man than.
Yeah, I mean, but when I say strong, I mean like, you know, you've got someone who usually starts on the bench in Partey. God forbid shit ain't going right in the first. You know, you could look for him.
Yeah.
Not the other way around where Partey is starting and shit ain't going right. You think shit, this is what we've got Jorginho. I don't hate Jorginho. It sounds like I hate this guy. I don't hate this guy. I just rate Partey more. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You've got Reece Nelson who is shown a bit of something for us, and every time he's kind of featured this season, he's on the bench. Who else on the bench? Eddie Nketiah. Let's not forget when Jesus was injured. No. Let's give the boy some credit.
He doesn't rate Eddie at all.
Let's give this guy some credit.
You're talking to the wrong man with him.
I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at.
Go ahead, guys.
like he has, when called upon, he has delivered.
Yeah, as long as it's not in the last 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I think that's where it comes back to your proactiveness. I think with Trossard on the bench, I think if you're going to give him 10-15 minutes, then there's no point. You need to bring him on early where he's got chance, if we are losing, to get into the game and to start picking up them little pockets inside, in between the lines, where he can be really effective. I think so. That's where I would have put Trossard in, knowing Newcastle's how solid they are in their shape. You'd like to just find them little pockets where he can exploit that, get in, turning and run at defences with Martinelli, like I said, and Jesus maybe turning, and people like it might have been a different option.
Potentially, yeah. Let me look at a couple of super chats that have come in. Andy says City still have to go to Brighton and Brentford. If Arsenal get decent result today, it keeps the pressure on City.
Absolutely.
And Dave says KT the most protected player ever. T-shirt privilege, he says. Dave. Dave's always onto KT.
What does he mean by that? Protected?
I don't know.
I mean, if he's not playing,
because I think like Tierney's got like a cult following, if that's the right word to use. I think he's got people
I'm not a cult member. I'm just an
admirer
of the player.
Like for example, like Eddie's also got.
Eddie's not got a cult following.
But you'd be part of that.
Most people don't.
Look,
I'm a part of it, but I can give it where it's due. I'm definitely. When it comes, I think me and you were spoken about it before. Like he's not my type of striker, Eddie. But I'll give the boy credit for holding. When he's had his chance, he's held it down.
No, but let's be honest, man. Let's have this right. It was the manager himself that came out and advocated for Eddie when he signed that contract. He said, "I believe in this guy." When a lot of the fans were not having him at all, including yourself. It was the manager that offered him the contract. It was the manager that come out and said, "Listen, man, I'm convinced that Eddie has what it takes to make it at this level." But we're not seeing that in terms of the minutes he's getting. And like I said, when he does come on, you're talking 5, 6, 7. What's the guy going to do in that time? So, you know, I personally think Eddie has some good attributes. He's pacey. He can get around the pitch. He's not the most clinical, as we all know, but you know, he's our second choice striker.
You could
apparently.
argue there's some chances that Jesus missed that Eddie would score.
And that's a problem we have, because as much as I admire Jesus and as much as I recognise the good qualities that he's brought to the team, we all have to say he's not the most prolific striker.
Far from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even when he was at City, he wasn't banging like that. He's not a sniper. He's not a hitman like that. You know what
do you think we could do better?
In terms of
going for next season?
Would you
bring in another?
Listen, Turkish knows, it's on the record. Ivan Toney, get the checkbook out, bang. I'll take Ivan Toney. He's what we need to me, because he's incorporates all of those things we spoke about: the pace, the power, aerial. And he is a sniper, aerial, everything, strength, confidence, takes penalties. Ivan Toney.
I mean, I want another striker, but not necessarily can we do better, because I think when you look at Saka and Martinelli's development over the last couple of years, when you look at their output this season, it's going in the right direction. So potentially you could have a Martinelli who hits 20 goals next season. You could have a Saka who gets 18 to 20. And I think that's only possible with a Jesus up top rather than a Toney, who I'd definitely take as an option. As if it's not going right, you can bring him on and it's something different. And Jesus can pick up wide positions, or maybe as a second striker behind. So I wouldn't put it as can we do better. I'd put it as we need another option more so than anything.
The only problem we might have though in convincing someone like Ivan Toney to come to Arsenal, if that's the route they want to go down, is looking at Ivan Toney. He don't look like the kind of guy that he's going to be an option. He's going to want some assurances, or if not assurances, he's going to want to be the main guy.
He's not going
to leave Brentford.
No, but that's an easy. That's what you mean. That's an easy.
No, he's not going to leave. Would he leave Brentford to come to Arsenal and sit on the bench?
What are you talking about?
We've got a former ex-pro here. Maybe we should ask him. But sitting on the bench is not what pros want to do, bro. They want to play.
He might believe in his own source that he comes and takes over. That's what I'd.
You're right. But what I'm saying is, it's how we sell it to him, because he's going to ask that. He's going to say, "Well, look, where do I fit in?"
Well, then
you've got to say to him, look, we see you as being our main striker.
Then the answer to that question is,
or they might say to him,
everyone fights for their place.
We have our main striker as Jesus. We want to bring in an opposition. At that point, my man might say, you know what, allow that, because I'm not a second.
It also depends who else is in for him.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll say to him, like everyone else, you got to fight for your place, but we believe you can.
I don't think they'd say to him, you'll be an option, because like I said, it just wouldn't.
It wouldn't sell.
You wouldn't leave, would you? So
like
I said, you'd have to put in. It was like, when it's your chance, take your chance. You've got. It's no one set position.
Do players and their agents say that though? When they're negotiating with clubs? In your experience, have you heard players say? Because personally, I've heard that pros that I've spoken to have said that players have rocked up to the club with their agents and say, "Listen, what's your plans for me? Where do I fit in? I want to be the main striker." And they might say, "Well, actually, we have a main striker. You'd be a next best, but if you fight for your place," and at that point the negotiations break down, because the man saying, "Nah, it's all right, man. I want to be the main guy."
I think it more depends on where you are in your career. I think if you're in that peak period where, like you said, you're playing well, you're attracting a lot of attention. Yeah, of course you're going to want to have to play every week to carry on that trajectory you're on. Like I said, maybe when the back end of your career, when you are petering off a little bit, like you said, it would be more of a just get into the right club where I could be a bit more of a squad man. But like I said, especially Ivan Toney at his pathway at the moment, he'd be more, like you said, he'd want to come in and continue his progression.
Yeah, I completely get you. Listen, we're less than 2 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to close the poll shortly just before we do kick off, and we're going to make our predictions. But before we make our predictions, another thank you to NordVPN for powering the ultimate Arsenal fan match experience right here on AFTV. Use the code AFTV at the checkout or click the link below to visit nordvpn.com/AFTV for the AFTV special.
NordVPN is the ultimate tool for exploring the internet. It's like having a Swiss Army knife that protects you from online threats, helps you to access fresh content and gives you anonymity, and so much more. So make sure that you've got NordVPN in your arsenal. Get it? In your arsenal? Click the link. And with the AFTV special, you can save even more. Click the link to be invincible.
And we're back. Code AFTV, link in the description below. Make sure you grab the AFTV special. And we're going to close the poll now. There's 3.1k votes in. Is the title race over? 66% have voted yes. 34% have voted no.
It's 2/3.
Yeah, so there's still a third that still believes that we're still
in that third.
Yeah.
So Stricto, so
Mike. So Mike.
See, there's 3 of us out of 4.
Mad. I'm with the majority.
Yeah.
Predictions, they're all out on the pitch now. Mike, let's start with you as the debutant. St James Park, Newcastle, Arsenal. How do you think it's going to finish?
2-1 Arsenal. I think we'll go behind early, but I think the boys will rally and we'll get 2 goals.
Yeah, go behind early. Stricto.
1-0 Arsenal. I think it's going to be a tight game. And like Mike said, I think there's going to be a lot of storm to weather. I think we'll come through that, get a goal, and just hold it off.
1-0, 2-1.
Right. My head says 2-2, but my heart says 2-1 to Arsenal. I'm going to go on this occasion with my heart.
Cool. 2-1. And we've kicked off. I'm going 2-2. My head and my heart says the same thing. But listen, I'd love nothing more than a win and to end the season strongly. Not that I believe it matters much. I think the 2021 season, we ended the season strong. I think Pepe scored in a few games. We won our last 5. And then the next season, we won.
You don't think it matters to finish on a strong note, on a high?
But this is my example. 2021, we finished strong. all right, last season we done better than 2021 in terms of we finished 5th, you know, last couple of games we lost out on top 4. But then end of last season, we was terrible. So at the end of last season, we lost to Newcastle, lost to Brighton, Southampton, Crystal Palace. But look how we've done this season. So I don't, and like James said, a point secures second. And I think what Mike said earlier about we can attract better players now. I think finishing second and the season in general attracts them. I don't necessarily think winning your last 3-4 games changes that fact.
Be interesting to see Joe Willock today. Look, there he is on the ball. He's been playing well recently.
Oh,
He's found him.
Great ball.
That's a great ball to Murphy. Oh, he's hit the post. Was that a handball there? Looked like it come off Ben White's hand.
That was too easy.
You don't want to revise your opinions, or?
Yeah, but Joe Willock, we haven't spoken much about Joe Willock in the lead up to this game, but I mean, he's been playing really well for Newcastle this season. And he'll be up for it today, won't he?
He has. Yeah, he has. I mean, when I look at that transfer and the turnaround, I mean, we got Lokonga in, having sold Willock, and I think Arteta's done very well with a lot of his transfers, but that's one that didn't work out in Lokonga. I know he's only on loan, but I'd much rather have Willock instead of Lokonga. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
Slightly different positions, so I think Sambi is more of a number 6 and then Willock tends to get forward a bit more.
You know what annoyed me about that is the transfer fee. I think we undersold
Trippier getting the best of Zinchenko there. That's
undersold
worrying.
him. When you think so, Mike?
Oh,
we undersold Willock.
Yeah.
He's going to score now.
Oh!
Proving what he can do, yeah, 100%.
I think it was like 20 mil or 25 mil.
25.
25 was, yeah.
Joe Willock, yeah.
One thing I've got to say about Newcastle, they have bought well, man. You look at their players. We spoke about Willock, Isak, Gameres. They have bought well. And that's important when you're trying to build something, you know what I mean?
They've set themselves up nicely.
That's Jacob Murphy hitting the post.
That was
there.
a great effort from Murphy. Through someone's legs, hits the post. And we're lucky it didn't fall to a Newcastle player on the rebound.
They are very dangerous going forward.
Well, set pieces as well.
Yeah,
Look at the size of
big
them.
side.
They've slowly brought that in this season. They fixed the base, defensively solid, and then they brought in the attacking side of things. Deep corner, headed by Joe Willock.
And then you add on top of that going to Newcastle. I've never actually been there, but I've spoken to a lot of people who have been there, man. The fans make a lot of noise. It's a bit of a cauldron, or it can be, you know what I mean? So, and then with the away fans, apparently they stick you up in the gods. Yeah, so...
The only stadium in the league that does that to their away fans.
Newcastle, isn't it?
Yeah. Players can't hear you at Newcastle.
Yeah. I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with next season as well, man. I don't think this is a one-off.
For next season, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for the next however many years, I think.
Good tackle there by Gabriel.
They've started well, as expected.
I didn't expect them to start this good.
I think Tottenham were already like 2-0 down at this point, no?
Close to
The fans are already heading back home. Big up Loomis in the building, fresh back from yard. Big up.
AFTV OG.
Yeah, man. Good to see Loomis back there. Let's hope we can give him a win.
That's impressive.
Long ball by
It's
Newcastle.
End-to-end game so far, isn't it?
End to what end? We ain't been in.
No, well, the first minute we did look quite promising.
Half to end.
But that was 3 minutes ago.
Eddie Howe on screen now, writing some notes already. Arteta's trying to speak to someone.
You've done a good job in there, innit, Eddie Howe?
Very
I
good.
do like
Manager
it.
of the
Great
season.
job.
Potentially.
I don't even think it's potentially. I think it's without
I've
doubt.
gone for Frank Lampard myself.
I forgot about him.
Hey, listen, man. Frank, you got a win yesterday.
Mike, who'd be your manager of the season? Since we've got two candidates playing against each other today.
It's a good debate for both, but I'm just going to have my Arsenal hat on here and just go Arteta, really. I think from, like I said, where we finished last season to the transformation we've had this year, it's been really delightful to see.
Sloppy, dude.
Strict though? Arsenal hat on or?
I'm always, whoever wins the league should be manager of the season.
But sometimes that's not fair.
No, it's fair, bro. Why?
What about
Because
Gary O'Neill?
Man City are expected to win the league. If they win the league, they've done what they
You've still got to
expected.
win it, though. You've still got, you know.
Careful.
What about
You
someone
got-
like Gary O'Neill, who's what he's done at Bournemouth? If they stay up, that's remarkable.
Those
think
guys
he's
win
in with a
manager of the
shout.
month.
But I think Gary O'Neill, he
That's what
turned
you
out
do. You give them.
end of the season more than throughout the
No,
season.
but listen, when he took over at Bournemouth, everybody would have said that they're done. I know I thought that.
First manager.
And I know you thought that as well. Come on, stop it, bro.
No, I
You
get
thought-
all
you
of
thought
that. No, I
Bournemouth
get
was done.
all of that. But I've always been in the camp like, if your team wins the league, then you are the superior manager it is manager of the season. You've successfully beaten every other manager.
No, but we're talking about you've raised your level of
Yeah,
expectation.
you've raised it, but
I see where you're coming
someone
from.
else has a trophy to show for it.
I would say, listen, I think if Pep goes on to win the Champions League as well as the Premier League, I think, or the treble.
But
would
it is
be more,
Premier,
bro.
based on Premier League. That's
But
the
if,
thing.
if we're talking about the Premier
that
League,
is
I think you
poor
can make a
from
case for Arteta, you can make a case for Gary O'Neill. You know what I mean? I don't just think it's about winning the Premier League, it's about the expectation at the start of the season, which is why Arteta and Gary O'Neill would be
That
good
is
candidates.
poor from Gabriel.
Because I must admit, I don't know what you guys thought. When he took over at Bournemouth, and I just thought that they just looked to all intents and purposes like a team that was heading back to the Championship.
I expect
So for him to keep, let's face it, a fairly small club like that up with their limited resources, I think he's done a remarkable job.
I think all the names mentioned, aside from Pep, I understand why Pep would be in there.
Oh, this is dangerous. That's
they're
good.
all calling for
Penalty.
handball, and it's a penalty.
Oh, is it? Oh,
7 minutes in,
We went
penalty
to sleep, bro.
Newcastle.
We went to sleep.
You said it though initially, Gabriel slow to
He's
go
slow.
over to the initial.
No, but who handballed it?
Forget that. It all started from Gabriel just letting a ball, thinking the ball's going out. Callum Wilson gone in front of him.
Kiwi, oh.
His hands.
That's his knee.
Nice.
Did he try to hide his hand?
I think he tried to move
He puts his hand
didn't he?
out instinctively, then he tries to retract it.
Yeah, he tried to
But
retract
it looked like
but
it still hit it.
it did hit his hand. It was on
You
top.
I think
have to
if we
sit here
get-
and say, is it unnatural position? I don't.
Look how close it is to his body though.
They're giving that. If that's a slow
They're
man,
gonna
that's
give.
a penalty.
They're gonna give.
No,
it.
no, no. It's off his knee, bro.
Oh, and it's thigh first
It's up
there,
his-
it looks
it's-
like.
Oh, I know what you're
Thigh,
saying. I know what you're
thigh.
saying, Trick, though.
Yeah, it's off his thigh,
it's
bro.
fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
They still might give it, bro. You don't know these VARs.
It's
For real, it's them against us all the time. innit?
They'll still
That's
give
off
it.
his thigh.
If they give it, I need to change my
Bro,
class.
that's
I
off his
think
thigh.
that's more thigh than hand.
That's
yeah.
not even hand, bro. Look.
They wouldn't have brought it back if it wasn't a thing as well.
While we wait to see if the penalty is going to be awarded, let's head over to James and Nick on info
Offside.
station.
Offside,
That's not
no.
So Gary Neville's saying on commentary that it should be turned over because it's hit his leg first, and I completely and utterly agree, Nick. What do you think?
Yeah, he's also the movement. So often in this situation, talking about with the movement of the hand, we're trying to gauge the intentionality, if you like. The arm is moving away from the ball. He's doing everything he can to get
Hit
his
his
hand
leg.
out of the way, and maybe it hits the leg first.
It's hit his leg first, and I don't think they're going to give it.
He's being
going to have a little look at the
sent to the screen,
monitor.
yeah.
We'll take it back to Turkish and everyone, but that's what they're saying on commentary, that this shouldn't be given. Let's go back to Turkish.
Refs walking over to the VAR screen. Surely refs must have eye tests and whatnot to get. No, I mean
You can
serious.
clearly
I mean,
see it, though.
they must have to have 20/20 vision
It is.
because
That's not even
That's
his hand, bro.
thigh and then shoulder, isn't it?
that's not his hand.
That's not even his hand, bro.
I don't even know if it hits his hand after the fire. I
Don't
don't
even
think it
touch
does.
his hand.
He's clearly trying to pull his hand away. It's whether he does so in time.
Nah,
Nah,
but
he-
I
It
think
hits
it's the
his
thigh
leg.
action takes it onto the hand.
If it hits
isn't
his hand, yeah, the ball goes a different way again.
You know what's going to hit something that kill a lot of the momentum Newcastle.
Yeah.
Loomis makes a good point. This can kill the momentum Newcastle.
Why's he
Has had in the
bruv?
first.
Why is he
I
still
don't know
there?
That's
how
why I
he's
must
got
have
looking.
vision, bro.
Why is he still
I
there?
need to
There
know
we
these
go.
man got 20/20
There he
vision.
comes.
Look, he's talking still. He's talking still.
He's
He's
giving
give
it.
He's going to give it.
He's giving it.
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, bruv.
No penalty.
What was that you're saying?
I was gonna say, bruv.
It didn't look.
He didn't look convincing, like.
I think he's still undecided. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to talk it out quickly after seeing it. My guy,
I'm glad he's not giving it, man. I'm glad.
That would have been very harsh on Kiwior as well. And
But the thing is, where Kiwior kind of invites the.
Yeah, because he flings his.
It's
his
because
hands out first.
initially he looks like he puts his hand out.
Yeah.
He does retract it in the nick of time, but
I think in slow mo, it's unfair to say he put his hand out for it.
Like, it looked like it. Like, it looked like his hand
Maybe
was
that's
in, and
what's
then he.
convinced the referee to give it in the first place. Maybe he's seen that initial movement of how.
Yeah.
I thought he gave it, you know. Because Zinchenko was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like,
Everyone looked a bit concerned, but
Ramsdale's taking the free kick. 10 minutes gone. 3 of those have been wasted on the penalty decision being overturned.
we need to wake up now.
this would be a good time to.
The Newcastle players looked a bit pissed that wasn't given. You know?
We need to wake up.
Yeah, man.
Gabriel started that, you know.
Very slow to move over. He just thought he was going out.
I think, yeah.
That's a bit of a strong challenge here by Trippier there. His frustration showing.
Come on, boys.
Let's get into some.
Oh, open the play up, man. You're all
Yeah.
hitched up in one area.
I'm so glad that wasn't given, man, because that would have changed the complexion of the game.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I know.
If they'd have scored it.
I know Mike said he thinks we
don't
might
say
concede
penalties.
first, but I think conceding first will be the end of the game for us in terms of getting 3 points.
You remind me so much of that guy.
Oh,
Go on, keep going.
Oh,
unlucky. Remind you so much of.
Dad's Army. You ever watch that?
Yeah.
We're doomed. That's Turkish.
But you can't blame him though, man. He's,
Got to be a face, got to be there.
Bro, I've
It's a long way to go.
I've seen my side go 2-0 up against West Ham, at 2-1 have a penalty,
Yeah.
go 3-1 down to Southampton after conceding the first 30 seconds, bro.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you.
That's where my glass turned from half full to half empty.
I'm even surprised you even got a glass, bro.
Yeah, just empty.
yeah, forget the glass.
Just empty.
I'm even surprised you would have a background.
Oh,
there
go
you
on then.
go.
We're in.
Now you punish.
There you go. Free kick, we'll take, and a yellow. And a yellow.
Winning the ball high up.
You know what,
Too early.
Stricto, that is a good point. That is worthy of a yellow, because he
That's a
knew that
yellow.
they were in trouble and he brought him down. Look, see
a
that?
yellow, man. That's a yellow.
That's a yellow.
It's a yellow.
Like Mike said, probably too early for the ref to
What's
commit.
this too early business,
Nah,
bro?
man.
I don't
Look,
understand.
that's a rugby
I'm not
term.
agreeing
You
with
set
it.
up that precedent.
What I'm saying is, you see refs do it a lot.
and then you got to be consistent with that. You give it.
No, but the thing is, right, not every foul is a yellow, but
Yeah.
you could see quite clearly his intention
No, but I want
was
to
to
talk
take
about this too
Jason's
early, because I
out.
hear it all the time, man, it's too early. If someone commits a foul, that's a yellow card, whether it's in the first 10 seconds or the last 90. No?
Nah. Not
Like-
from what I've experienced.
I agree with why you're questioning
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But I also agree that
You get that
more often
one
than not,
usually.
You see it,
You
and
get
they don't
that
want to
one.
set the tone too early. I
Yeah,
think.
I said,
That's
it's going to be
poor,
stop
that.
start. It's going to be yellow cards everywhere.
that's a poor set piece
on.
there.
Chance to get in the box. Saka passes it back.
It's slow.
Is that Jorginho on the ball?
We've got them all counted.
Shoot!
Guards.
What a finish!
What a finish!
Come on, Arsenal! Come on! Come on! Look at that man up in the clouds! Come on!
Come on!
Can't give him that much
You
time.
know what I
on the edge
liked
of the
about
box.
that is, right, is that the minute Jorginho played in the ball, he played it nicely onto his left side. His intention was to shoot.
Touch.
And that's what you got to do.
Beautiful.
How many goals has Odegaard got now this season?
15. He's matched up Martinelli.
That's
Wow.
a great
Through the
goal.
legs of Burnham.
Wow.
Beautiful finish.
Outside the
Beautiful.
box as well.
Yeah, quite a lot. That
lot of
same
them.
finish.
A lot of them. Ah!
Beautiful finish.
Come on, boys.
Odegaard.
This plays into our hands now.
Yeah.
This plays into our hands now.
Very good finish.
Keep it tight, keep it compact.
Now
Hit them on a break.
he's our joint top scorer in the league with 15. Him and Martinelli.
That's what I'm asking for, boys, man.
That is a great start. 15 minutes into the game, 1-0 up away from home. That's
Could have had a penalty against us.
That's it.
I
Like
can't
changing the tide and the way the game was going. He said that first 5 minutes or so.
Beautiful finish. I did see something on Twitter last week after he got his couple goals against Chelsea, where they showed the midfielders who have scored the most in a season without penalties. And I think Odegaard was one behind De Bruyne's 15. So without
equaled up now.
no penalties, yeah. And this is Premier League history.
Go on then. No. Oh.
I shouldn't have fouled him there.
See, what a goal will do for us now is that confidence level will just rise now, man.
But it should do.
We should do.
Well,
And that's
we've gone up
something
in
that
games and-
in recent weeks, I mean, I know we had the win against Chelsea, but one of the things I'd noticed against Man City was that confidence was at a lower, when they scored early, it just looked like the confidence drained out of the players. Now it looks like it's back, so.
We didn't have nothing in that Man City game.
Very,
Nothing. I didn't see nothing in that game, bro.
the confidence weren't there. Once we went the goal down early, just any little remaining confidence that we had going into the game
Just died.
just evaporated.
Yeah.
It came off the back of the results
Yeah,
before as well,
yeah.
didn't it? Like you said, it was a bit of a kick in the teeth. But, so
And
that
I
should
always
settle
say,
the
man,
nerves,
confidence in sport, you can't buy that. Oh, that's poor from
Zinchenko again.
Zinchenko
well
again.
done, Nelli.
Well done, Martinelli.
What did I tell you, man, about Zinchenko defensively? I said, he's a lot more robust.
That's
Not
not a
giving
foul.
that.
Oh,
Newcastle
easy.
win it back in the box,
oh, that was poor again.
and we've cleared it.
That was Kiwi that time.
Settle down now.
Newcastle
We've got to be more
cleared it out.
decisive when you're clearing the ball. You know what I mean? Put your foot through it,
Yeah.
or you know.
We've just got to make sure, like, because aside from that goal, Newcastle have had a few moments
have.
in this game already
Well,
where
hit the
they've been
post, didn't
close
they?
to-
Then the penalty.
yeah, penalty decision.
I mean, it could be
overturned.
argued that when we got the goal, it was against a run of play.
Yeah, you could say that. It's not that Newcastle walked
Hey!
over us, but
Oh,
nice. Composed.
One day he's gonna get caught out, you know.
One day.
you already have.
We've seen that, bro.
We've seen that a few times.
A couple weeks ago.
Good play, well.
A couple of weeks
No,
ago,
but
the man
got bad
passed it
pass, wasn't
straight to.
I'm just saying, one day someone's gonna nick it off him before he kicks it.
Oh. We're 1-0 up, people. Penalty decision overturned early on in the game. Let's go over to James and Nick.
Arsenal 1-0 up, and the goal came after a spell. Obviously, the penalty went against Newcastle, the right decision. We talked about that, but the big thing after, Arsenal just started to throw their bodies about. You know, Xhaka winning the ball high up the pitch. There was a moment where Martinelli, I think, Jesus, we just started to really engage with them and play the kind of football we've been playing all season. I think that got into Newcastle a little bit, and then we're 1-0 up.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's only the 8th goal that we've scored all season from outside the box. We're maybe getting played through here, not quite, but it's only the 8th goal we scored outside the box all season, so we don't do it a lot, and we're going long quite a lot. We're not trying to play it out. We're being quite sensible, which is, you know, like I said before, there's levels to this Arsenal team, and they're not at the top level yet because they still have some maturity to go. But watching them not play out from the back and choose to go long is really, really impressive, and it's working so far.
Yeah, we've now matched Brighton for goals scored in the first 15 minutes of games with 12 for the season. And Martin Odegaard, I do want to check that stat that Turkish was discussing, the most non-penalty goals from a midfielder in Premier League history, apparently. So I'm going to have a little look and make sure if that's true, because if it is, that is an unbelievable stat. Newcastle coming forward here, but dealt with by Zinchenko. By the way, I think he's had a really rough start, Zinchenko. Missed the ball when it got to Murphy, then gave the ball away there from Martinelli. It's not really happening for him. He needs to get it together. But Arsenal, listen, they're not playing at their best, but they're meeting fire with fire, so fair play to them. Back to Turkish.
It's a corner kick to Newcastle.
I've got to admit, when Newcastle come forward like they did just then, they do look very impressive, man. They look sharp, they look quick.
Confident as well.
Yeah.
And they're playing Isak and Wilson today. Both have been on fire. Jacob Murphy as well, to be honest.
Yeah. Look at that.
Coming down our left-hand side again. That's been predominantly where most Newcastle's attacks have come from, even though
That's a free kick.
yeah, it must
Thank
be.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think we're entering a very important part of the game now. We've got to manage this period of the game right. Got to cut the error count out, got to manage the game, and got to keep your shape, because Newcastle are going to be coming at us strong.
We need to keep like that.
It's quite clever from Jorginho, who's gone down there. He's probably not nowhere near as hurt as he's pretending to be.
No, definitely.
But that's good. Breaks up, yeah. Little things like that are important as well. Just break the momentum of Newcastle for a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we need to just get hold of the ball and start passing it around a bit and building our confidence up, because we've struggled with that. The only passage we've had is when it led to the goal. Ramsdale with a free kick, Jorginho fouled by
See
Joe
Almiron on the bench there,
He's tailed off this season.
Yeah.
First half of the season for Newcastle, arguably their best player.
Yeah.
Post-World Cup, not so much.
They're pinning us in there, boy.
That's it, well played.
Nice. Good ball. Who was that?
Xhaka, yeah.
That was a good ball.
Now you go.
What a ball
Now you drive.
Beautiful. Bit of space for Saka.
Put in the space. Put in the space, man.
Nope, too slow.
I think, give it to him earlier there where he's got space to run it by.
Yeah, I agree. What you wanted there was an early ball from Ben White to Saka.
Yeah.
Just to let him get at him.
Okay, there we go.
Test him early. There we go.
I think it's
He's onside.
No, he might be off.
Penalty?
It wasn't off, was it?
No, the liner didn't float. No,
Here we go again.
it looked like he might.
Shoot! Oh!
Come on, boys.
Great save by Pope. It did look like it was going just wide, but he wasn't to know that. Let's see here. It looked like he.
It looked like it was on.
Yeah, it looked like.
I'm saying him in behind.
Do you think Gabriel could have done better there?
What? That was Martinelli. I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gabriel Martinelli. Yeah. Do you think he could have done better there?
I don't know. It looked like he was a bit sandwiched as
Yeah,
well by the Newcastle players. That didn't have the full kind of. But when you're one-on-one, you gotta.
We're gonna be doing a lot of this.
At least he's done that.
Oh,
Where it?
We're gonna be doing a lot of this. We ain't got enough height in the box.
Yeah.
Cleared by Newcastle.
Clearly tried to do something clever.
It's a throw-in. We've got a super chat from 40. He says, today I want to see Arteta be ruthless. If Zinchenko's struggling, then bring Tierney on. Martinelli is working hard off the ball to cover for him. We have seen Martinelli get back a couple of times already this game.
We also got to frustrate them. Like, take our time with everything. We see what every team does when they come to the Emirates. Take the time with throw-ins, everything. So we just got to take our time. Frustrate the crowd. That's a good lead.
Just been told that the Newcastle fans are getting frustrated with the time wasting so far.
Yeah, good.
time wasting.
Go on.
Oh, he's going to get
No, ref, are you, what, how's that a free kick?
I think the Newcastle players have looked rattled ever since that penalty went against them. You've seen another evidence of it there.
That's what you got to keep rattling them. Oh, man.
Free kick to Newcastle, taking about 10 yards from where it was.
There you
But
go.
it's poor.
That was poor.
Turn.
So poor.
Turn.
Man up.
That's a foul,
that's a
isn't
foul.
it? Surely.
From behind?
No? Did he get the ball?
Did he get the ball?
I thought Saka laid it off.
There you go. There you go.
Now go.
Space.
Go on, look at the space.
Space. Just go into it.
Cut inside to
Well
Jesus.
played by Jesus.
But the
That's what he
Newcastle
gives
players
us, man.
Yeah,
that level of
creative play, isn't
that
it?
ball
Against the
control
box.
there was stupendous.
Well
are
done.
kept on. In possession, Ben White.
Just enjoy the ball, man.
Jorginho.
That's it.
Yeah, draw them out a bit.
Move it
and
quickly, yeah.
Try to play around them. They are a well-drilled side, though.
There he is.
Did something happen off the ball there with Xhaka, or did he just slip or something?
We're warming into the game, you know, I feel. We're getting better.
There he is.
Nice.
Behind him.
There it is.
Oh!
Go on!
Shoot!
Oh, man. Oh, is that
Two
going to
big
come back and bite
chances.
us?
Yeah.
I think you should have scored there, man. He did well,
Saka
Well-
one-on-one.
really and truly.
Straight up Pope, wasn't it?
You should have scored, innit?
I need to see it from another angle. It did look like it was an easy save.
Newcastle
for
got
Pope.
injury. Who's that
Newcastle
Botman?
player down.
Yeah.
Sure. man.
Shaw. Fabian Shaw's down, undoing his laces. Something's wrong with him.
I think maybe he should have kept the ball a bit lower. He presented the.
Nice ball by Xhaka there.
Should have been along the floor, right?
See when he took it wide there? I think he's got to run.
Poor finish because it's just a perfect height for the keeper.
Yeah, that's
down the
what I was
middle.
saying.
Here's his chest, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't. It should have been along
If
the
that's
ground.
either side of him on the floor, that's probably
That's
a goal.
2-0, yeah.
You can
But
see. You can
twice
see.
now we've gone in behind them now.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
something we don't actually do. So,
I think that's because they're so confident.
yeah.
Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah?
Yeah, I think Newcastle are so confident. They're forgetting.
Forget who they're playing. Forget who the fuck this
They're
is.
trying to go for the high press, aren't they? They press high. And we're just playing through the lines.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, that ball in behind's on the whole time.
Miles Shaw gets some treatment. Arteta's talking to the side.
Yeah, he's using the opportunity to have a little.
He does this every game, actually.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a
Break.
break,
Can play.
yeah, he brings all the players down.
It's a good idea, isn't it?
Did you used to get this, Mike?
This is a relatively new thing
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
isn't it?
I think Pep started it still.
Yeah, Pep started a lot of things.
See, that's why I should be manager of the season. Oh, I mean,
No, I'll give the guy manager of the decade, but I mean, with City, they was expected to do what they're doing.
you think Lampard could do that at City?
Nah, bro. But that's where the expectations doesn't match.
Big Sam could.
Big
Well, that's what he thinks.
He's shout the other way. Yeah.
According to him, he could do that.
I like that from him, though.
Nah, I rate it as well.
Yeah, I did rate
need,
that.
I need that from you, like going against City.
Man said not Pep, not Klopp. Not Arteta. Not on my level.
He said afterwards that he did it to take pressure off the players, which
Yeah,
I guess so.
100%.
But
It's a good amount of money.
he said these kind of things before, Sam. You know what I mean? He obviously rates himself. Well, why wouldn't he? You know what I mean?
I mean,
I'm like you. I liked what he said. Man. I thought it was good.
I like talks like that.
Back yourself, innit?
And Pep said he's right.
Did Pep say that?
Put the ball back in your court.
That's a clever response as well to say that.
Pope's got the ball at his feet. Players resumed. I think Shaw's back on the pitch, so no big issues it seems with him. Oh,
That's
that
too
was
easy.
a touch. Who was that?
Isak,
Isak. Oh,
Isak.
that was
Too easy.
disgusting.
Too easy.
He can do that to. And look at that ball as well.
That's it.
Foul
Well
him,
done.
don't
Good
foul him.
defending there by
That's it.
Gabriel, you know.
Just shepherd him.
Because if he sticks a
Good,
foot
yeah,
out there,
Good one on throw in. Well done, Gabby.
Oh, he's give it the other way.
Are you kidding me?
It's refs.
Now, you know what? I thought that was really good defending there because when Callum Wilson received the ball in the box, if Gabriel
Easy.
One touch,
overcommits,
yeah.
Tried
sticks
to
a
win the
foot
ball,
out,
trying to clear it.
it
Yeah.
gives away a penalty. I thought
And that
that was
ref
good.
can't wait to give a penalty.
Yeah, I want to give one now that
You
last
can't
one was.
fucking wait.
That was a touch from Isak though. Who was that? Ben White that tried
Yeah,
to
Ben White.
Tried to
cut
nick
in.
it.
Nice from Newcastle. Gamarish on the ball.
Oh.
Callum Wilson.
Oh,
Good save, Ramsdale.
What a save.
that was from Willock, wasn't it?
What a save.
That was from
Wow.
Joe Willock there with a chance.
Do you think he'll celebrate if he scores? Willock?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Would you be offended? I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't be offended.
Oh, Isak again. That's crazy what he's doing.
Ramsdale, yours.
Very good feet.
Stay down. Go down. Go down.
Very good
Go
feet
down.
from Isak there.
Would you be offended if Willock scored and celebrated?
Of course I would, bro.
You would?
Yeah, not because he's Willock. I hate us fucking conceding goals, bro.
No, the fact that he's an ex-player and
And he celebrated.
yeah.
Oh,
Because some people get really touchy about that stuff. I personally don't.
he's an academy player. Done his bit when he was given a chance for us.
Nice, nice.
Martinelli.
I guess it depends on the celebration as well. If he runs to the crowd and starts.
Yeah. If,
The old other
Yeah.
bay or what?
Yeah. But if he's,
Ball
fits
over,
within
top
reason,
cut out.
then
we've taken our foot off a bit now.
I wouldn't be offended, whatever he does, man. Rab says 15 years of cheating dampens City's achievements a bit. Still waiting on the outcome of that, but there's definitely some dodgy work behind the scenes. Before the goal,
Martin.
our passing
there.
accuracy before the goal, 76%.
What's happening there?
Ramsdale
a bit slow to get
isn't it?
there, you know?
Yeah.
He was thinking about it too much.
bro, like, am I wrong? Am I being
No,
overcritical?
No,
100%.
I don't know what. Go down.
Well
That's
done,
it. That's
Saka.
it, Bukayo.
Yeah, he kind of
Nah, it's back in
came to
group
go,
chat.
didn't
He
he?
hesitated, like, should I come?
Newcastle have had a fair few openings in the first 28 minutes, that's for sure, but Arsenal
It's a
lead
good
1-0.
game, you know. I'm enjoying the game so far.
Yeah, look.
Both
It's a
teams
bit
have shown
halfway
quality.
through, isn't it? I think he thinks that Wilson's going to get there. He kind of
Yeah, I
goes
think
for a
he-
save, doesn't he? And then
yeah.
Or maybe, you know what it is? Maybe he's thinking, I don't want to overcommit and bring him down, or give him the opportunity to go down. And
maybe, yeah.
yeah,
I think he respects Wilson's pace.
Free kick taken by Ramsdale, launched long.
oh, look at him.
Saka
Headed out for a
against
foul.
7 foot fucking fullback.
Yeah. He's
Chest,
been a
shoulders
very
and
good
head
signing
above
for
him.
them, though.
Yes.
Go
Turn.
on,
He's from Newcastle, isn't he?
What's wrong
What's
now?
happened?
foul throw.
Is he from Newcastle? Yeah.
Yeah, because he was at Brighton.
Yeah,
I think he's from the northeast.
No, it mustn't have been a foul throw because we wouldn't get to take it again.
Oh.
would we?
wrong place.
That was a good.
But he's walked.
Go on.
Show for him,
Hold.
someone, man.
Oh, that's a foul. He's nearly dragged him down.
Nice feet
Gonna
there
win a
from
free kick here.
Jesus.
Oh, well done, Jesus.
Wins the corner. Corner
I
for
heard you
Arsenal.
walks on water and turns it into wine. Oh, I believe in Jesus, the Arsenal number 9. I love that song, bro.
I just want him to stay fit next season, man, because
He offers a lot to us, man.
yeah, he's such a good footballer. Like, he's the best footballer we have. If we're talking about skill set, he's
Oh, that was nasty.
Nah, he looked for a foul then.
throwing Arsenal.
I think Joe Willock's learning from Isak there, man. A little close ball control skills.
That's Xavi. Iniesta, sorry.
Willock, they expected a free kick, didn't get it, but he clears.
Oh,
It's not. Yeah, there's nothing there.
Throw-in taken. Oh. It wasn't a bad pass, but it wasn't a great one
That's
either.
it, that's it. Just have the ball, enjoy it. Jesus.
Jorginho
man,
caught
look.
flat-footed there, wasn't he?
Kiwior on the ball here. What did you not make of Kiwior? We haven't seen much of him.
Yeah.
Not in this game, yeah.
What I have seen though is
It's
that.
been alright.
Do you think we should have made the centre-back change earlier, considering
Yes,
West Ham, Southampton, City?
I
and
said
the
that
impact
earlier
on
in the
you?
show.
You say yes, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Strict though, yeah.
I agree. I was like,
Because
why?
the thing is, right, it's no disrespect to Holding, but we know what he has and what he hasn't got. So I think the manager opted for him because of his greater experience in the Premier League. However, we knew there has been quite a big drop-off, man, and that has cost us at times. So. And like I said, if you've invested in this guy Kiwior and he is what you say he is when he came, give him a chance to try.
Oh, that was
What's going
late.
on there, man? 2 men out.
3 man out.
He's not giving any.
Home cooking, bro.
Well, one of our players should just launch into them as well, man. Fuck it.
Don't kick it. Go on, keep going.
Quick break here, 4 on 3. It's looking
Look at Saka. Look at Saka.
Martinelli heads down, you know what he wants. Oh, he didn't see it. Ah.
I still think he made the wrong option there. Should have gone Saka.
Fuck off then. Are you giving them that?
Ref's giving a free kick.
Do you not think he took the wrong option there? Should have gone Saka.
I think he should have shot.
Yeah, I think once he's there, he should just shoot.
Yeah. He didn't see this defender coming back, otherwise the back
Look at
heel
the
would
space
have
Saka's got
worked.
there, bro. Look at that.
But he
I think you're inside the box there.
He should be buried.
You got to bury that.
Oh,
Yeah. You should go for a shot. Anything happens, deflection, anything.
Who's that?
That was where he got.
Xhaka's still down
Smashed
from
off
that
the
earlier
tackle,
challenge near the centre circle, but he's being picked up by Shaw.
Isn't
now.
Shaw? Is he Swiss as well?
Swiss, yeah. It's Swiss brother.
Just a little bromance thing going on.
Oh! VAR! Oh, no. Not from that angle.
Yeah, not from that angle. The other angle looked mad though. Need to show that one more time.
But if Xhaka done that, what do you think happens there?
He's getting two reds, bro. He's missing the start of next season.
Go on it.
Is it press?
Newcastle, they've got it at the back. Shaw on the ball. Joe Linton as well. He's really changed his
To be
turn
fair to
career.
Xhaka though, you know what? You got to give him credit. He didn't make too much of that. There's some players that would have
He should
rolled
have,
around.
though. I think he should have.
No, but there's a lot of players that would have been rolling around on the floor looking for.
Because players do that to him.
God,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. He should have.
One name that springs to mind is Jack Grealish. If that would have been him, man, he'd have been rolling around, twisting and turning, having a go at the ref, saying, listen, why are you not going to give him a card for that?
Odegaard playing it out wide. Zinny on the ball. Martinelli. Is it
That's all that every time we come
Xhaka,
forward,
sorry.
we kind of come forward with a purpose, like something could happen every time.
It's true, you know. Which is surprising because Newcastle, first and foremost, they're solid defensively.
Yeah, we're breaking them every time we come forward. Just that some of the decisions
That's
like
poor,
that
man. That's poor.
hasn't been good, like in the final third.
Jesus. Poor layoff by Jesus. Newcastle back in possession. 35 minutes on the clock coming up, about 15
It's
seconds
gone quick.
away.
What do you think?
Yeah, it has. It has.
It's been a good game.
Yeah.
Newcastle have had more of the openings,
Good
but
read.
Arsenal have had a few themselves. Saka one-on-one.
Oh,
Martinelli just a second ago. Should have done a
Highlight.
lot better. And we've got the only goal of the game. Newcastle out on our left, crossed in.
That's yours,
Ramsdale.
Ramsdale.
Oh, he
That's a
dropped
foul. That's a
Referee didn't give a foul.
he didn't give a foul.
two hands on that.
Didn't look like Ramsdale.
To me, he looked like he dropped it, you know.
Yeah,
To me,
two
I've
hands
got
on
to be honest, he looked like he dropped that ball. I mean, obviously he dropped it, but he didn't look like he was under
Refs are
any
weird,
undue
yeah.
pressure.
If that was a corner, he would call a free kick. The same scenario, but
Go on, keep it on.
He was always given that
What's he giving? Free kick or throw-in?
free kick.
Free kick.
Xhaka's not happy.
well, Xhaka's right though. We had the same
It's soft,
situation.
isn't
He didn't blow the whistle.
Look at this again. Did he drop it?
He had two hands on it. It's a free kick.
Nah,
Nah,
he
soft.
dropped that, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think he was more weary about the contact than catching the ball.
I agree.
Then just
That's an
punch it.
unforced error for me. He
But then
dropped
just
that.
punch it. You don't want to
Yeah.
catch it in terms of getting hurt. Punch it.
He didn't even appeal for a free kick either, to be honest. So. We've got to watch out for this because Trippier's got a very good delivery on
has.
him.
He
And
has.
it's in an area where...
Like, look at Dan Burn, bro.
Compared to the others, yeah.
What's he, 6'7", isn't it? Something like that.
Fullback, bro.
Who's on him? Zinny? Is that... No.
Should be playing
Kiwior.
basketball.
I think he's.
Waiting for
I
Trippier
feel
to take
sick,
his
bro.
free kick. I said he feels
I
sick.
feel sick.
That's poor. Was that a foul? We kind of leant into him there and pushed him, man.
Who?
That's it. That's it.
Trippier.
On, his on him.
Don't
on
foul him now.
on
Don't foul him. He's
on
going backwards.
There you
That's
go.
good. That's good play.
On him.
Force him back.
Put Pope under pressure.
Pope's clearance. It looked like Saka could have got something on it, but...
This is dangerous. Well defended. Was
Very
good.
nice. Very nice, Kiwior. A little fake and then
Yeah, I like that.
he brought it down, played it back to Ramsdale, Gabriel,
So Kiwior's on the right.
Zinny. Yeah, when Ben White goes forward.
Right. Oh,
See how
Pope.
close he was to this.
It looked like it was very close.
Oh, hits him on the hill.
Lucky to get away with that, isn't he?
Saka should have probably anticipated it a bit more though.
Took him by surprise.
I think he slowed down a little, thinking he's just going to get rid of it.
Don't.
Well done.
Jorginho fouled by
Take-
John.
That's clever by Jorginho.
take the hit.
man,
It's
because-
clever, but also.
No, that is
Referee's
clever.
always given
He
that.
invited the tackle and then just dropped on the ball. You know, he used to do that a lot. Guendouzi, remember when they used to do that?
Yeah.
Every
Xhaka
time
does that a lot.
Xhaka does it as well, yeah.
In fact, Xhaka does it every game.
But sometimes he doesn't win the foul, and then that's what used to cost him a lot when he used to play in the six. Oh, well, not the six, but double pivot. Played back to Ramsdale.
I do worry when I see this, man.
Nice, Saka.
Because look how many men Newcastle
Saka's
have got
lost the
pressing the ball there.
I think Saka's
Newcastle
going
in
to hold on to the
possession.
ball better there.
I'd have preferred to see them just put the ball further down the pitch, man.
He's got Murphy. That's
Stand.
Too easy, too easy.
Oh, well, good defending.
Good tackle.
Stay down, stay down, stay down.
It's corner.
Corner to Newcastle.
Is that what you... You're into your dark arts. I see.
You need it, but I see so many people do it against us, bro.
He's not down in it, yeah. Trippier's ready to take the corner.
Back post.
Yeah, high on it.
That's
Poor
poor
ball
again.
in.
That's two from Trippier. He's known for his delivery, but there's been two on the
Oh,
track.
come
That's a
on.
foul. That's a booking as well, man.
back
That's
on-
from behind.
Jesus needs to be careful at this day because he actually kicked out there, so he needs to.
That's a yellow card though, no?
Should be.
I thought it was.
Should be.
Too late
He
for
just
yellow.
bundled into the back of him. That
Just take your time, bro.
free kick Arsenal, just inside our own half.
But when they played us at the Emirates, I've never seen time wasting like that, bro. I was losing my mind.
You're right. You want us to do some of that as
Of
well?
course, bro. Everyone does it. It works. It gets the crowd. It gets the crowd.
Ref.
That's a foul as well, surely. The man's
he ain't
come
giving us
through him from
nothing.
behind
He
like
ain't
that.
giving us
What's
nothing.
going on?
Yeah, very one-sided at the minute.
He ain't giving us nothing.
This referee, man.
Throw into Newcastle.
Go on. Oh! Go on then.
Go on.
This is a
Slide
chance.
him, slide him,
Pass
slide him,
it!
go slide him.
Pass it! Pass it!
Too late.
Doing?
Too late.
The pass was too late.
Man.
Too late. That's unlike
The
him.
pass was too late.
That's
No,
unlike
he's
him.
even saying Martin. What's going on?
That's unlike him.
He couldn't get the ball down. Like he was struggling. Look, the
No,
ball-
but there.
Took 2 extras.
Yeah. And you see, by the time Martinelli got the ball, they'd narrowed the angle.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah,
So-
and he's gone wide as well. He's taking him
Yeah,
up wide.
man. Come on, Odegaard, man.
Has a good chance for us to get a second.
Imagine going 2-0 up just before half time. That's great.
Nice, Saka. Jesus.
Oh,
really? Even the player hasn't asked for the free kick line.
No, that was a foul.
I get it, but the player was willing to continue. How you?
Yeah. But it was a foul, though.
What's Odegaard thinking there? It's unlike him.
He looked like he was.
There you go. Well done.
Fuck off, ref. Seriously, man.
He looked like he was prevaricating, didn't he? He looked like, shall I shoot? Shall
Yeah,
I
I
pass?
think he's thinking from his
he was
goal,
in two minds.
have another go.
And that extra split seconds. I think Kibio's done well against Callum Wilson, though,
So far, yeah.
so far, because Jorginho's shown a lot of leadership there,
That's what you need.
which is good.
Their main threats on goal have probably come from
Three
Willock and
enough,
Murphy
yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
Even Isak, he's had a couple moments on the
That's
ball.
it. Press
but
him.
Wow, really?
Press him.
It's making it look good.
Isak has some Henry-like thing about him, you know.
If I was Newcastle, I'd be looking to get him on the ball more. I'm sure that's what the manager will be telling him at half time. Because when he's had it, man, he's looked dangerous. But it's good defending by Arsenal. They're keeping their shape well.
Oh.
Look at that turn.
He's good in tight spaces.
Don't let him
isn't
come
he?
inside,
man.
Jack. Don't let him come inside,
It's like he's stuck to his foot.
yeah, he's very good on the ball, man. What's he on 10 goals this season as well?
Yeah. We were interested in him at one point, you know. I remember there was a lot of
They
speculation.
was asking for mad money.
How much did he go for in the end? 70? I think it was 70.
Yeah, it was 7.
Oh,
on,
Joe
go
Linton's giving it away again.
The right ball.
Now the ball.
The right ball. Okay, that will do. No rush.
Yeah,
Oh, what's that? What's that, ref?
He hasn't seen it.
Newcastle got bodies back.
He hasn't seen it.
Saka's
It's
down.
Right in front of him.
Ref
Of
hasn't
course, I
seen
haven't
it.
seen it.
Kick it
Full
out,
seal of a
mate.
ref.
That's it.
He hasn't seen it. He's right in front of you.
Like to see what he stepped on his foot.
Was it
Boots
deliberate or
boots
not?
come off.
Was it deliberate? Because if it was deliberate, then cards should be coming out.
Oh, deliberate, bruv.
Was that deliberate?
That's deliberate.
He's had a look at him.
He's saying I didn't touch him. That's how I know it's deliberate.
No, he's saying I didn't do it deliberately.
Yes, he knows he's touching them.
Don't
His
touch
boots
me,
off.
man. These Arsenal players, some of us just need.
Let's speak to our
just need a bit-
ex-pro. What you know how these things work. Was that deliberate or not? Was that in the kick?
I think he's meant to flick his heel. I think it's to stop him.
So it's
breaking.
deliberate?
But, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, he looked like a bit of dark arts. to
Yeah,
me
it's
as
just
well.
just a little trip.
On the Achilles.
Stop him running
Sorry,
through.
Joe Linton, man.
Oh, let him get
Hey,
sent
Joe
off. We're
Linton's
talking to him.
their enforcer, you know. Whenever there's any little things kicking off, he's always in the middle. Look how big and strong he look. And then you've got Gabriel, they're speaking to him in Portuguese saying, yeah, allow it, man, calm down. You don't want to get
What
sent
is going
off.
on?
But imagine Joe Linton was a striker, you know.
Well, he was before, wasn't
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Imagine, that's the biggest demotion in history, bro.
No, but he's to be fair to Eddie Howe, him converting him into midfield, that has been a master stroke.
Yeah.
No, but I think in the strikers union, they're looking at it like, bro, you was a striker.
Hey, but listen, when you're a pro, you just want to be playing football, man. I'm sure he's had to humble himself, but it's worked out well for him.
Newcastle played it back to Ramsdale. Coming up to 45. They'll probably
Squeeze
be
up.
4 minutes added on, 3 minutes
Yeah.
added on.
I hope I haven't spoken too early, but I think we're kind of taking a little bit of sting out of Newcastle in the last 10 minutes or so.
We had to be honest. As much as we've had chances that we probably should have done better with, they've had chances that they should have done better with as well.
But they've not really created anything much in the last 10, 15 minutes, have they? Not really. Compared to how they started, anyway. I hope I haven't spoken too soon.
That was a nice ball between the lines from Newcastle. Trippier out on the right.
I have spoken too soon.
No
haven't I?
one's followed the runner.
Well done.
Well played. Good defending.
That Jorginho came back.
But then we give it away again. Come on, man.
5 minutes.
5
added
minutes.
You see, this is where we got the game management's got to be. You know what I mean? I've spoken, but you don't make errors like what we did there. You have the ball, keep it. It's only a couple minutes to go.
On. Yeah, look, the Pope's a bit shaky today.
I'd just put
Pope
him
is
under
shit at his
every
feet,
time.
fam.
Just put doubt in his mind.
Oh, come on.
Well done.
Well done. Yeah, pinball now at Newcastle seem to have taken it under control. Just coming into our half.
Our ball.
It's out.
That's out. The
Ours
fuck?
now. Yeah, ours.
Good defending again.
He's very good in that byline, bro.
Yeah. We've defended him well though, because he hasn't come out with it into a dangerous position
He
yet.
must be the most famous Eritrean footballer.
Is he Eritrean?
Yeah.
He actually played Eritrean International as well?
No, he plays for Sweden, but he's
Oh,
originally from Eritrea.
Newcastle headed out.
That's it. No rush to take the throwing, bro.
Like my boy Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey, R.I.P.
Trust me. Mike, what do you make of the first half? Coming up to half time, 1-0 up, chances for either side?
Yeah, like I said, I think Newcastle started the better, 100%, had the chances with the post and then the penalty thing, but since that goal, Arsenal have just grown confidence here, and like I said, we've really started to limit Newcastle to any dangerous attacks going forward, but like I said, just get through to half time now, regroup, and like I said, we just get ready for the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't confident about a win at the start of the game. I'm definitely a lot more confident now. Newcastle have had chances to score, and I think they probably will score in this game, but we've also had chances to score more.
Good point.
I think we've alluded to it. I think, like I said, the body language of the Arsenal players at the moment, they're all flying into tackles, they're putting their body on the line, they really show they're up for it. So it's battling for each other.
Oh, that's naughty by Callum Wilson.
We got to work on Joe Linton.
Did you see that?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, it's a bit niggly, isn't it?
We should press on Joe Linton. It looks like he's a hothead.
He is, 100%. Yes, a few of the Newcastle players do seem rattled this first half.
Yeah, they do.
Bruno Gomes is...
I think it stems back from the penalty, you know. They felt aggrieved of not getting it.
Well, they can watch it at half time and
definitely.
relax, because it wasn't a penalty, so...
Still with the first.
Trippier, ball into the box.
Oh, good save.
Header, right into Ramsdale's
Well done.
grass.
Just need to see this out now, man. Minute left.
Look at that, just a basic ball over the top, and they're just well drilled at this.
Main thing he's done there
He's
is
gone
just
down
doesn't
now.
giving him a free header.
That's it.
It's
That's it. That's Xhaka there. That's the experience.
Callum Wilson said him to get up.
It's my balls.
Oh, look.
Xhaka, just
But
chill.
what? Callum Wilson, go away, man.
Why's Callum Wilson doing
Yeah,
this?
what are you doing?
Guy scored
You're
a
not
few
the
goals,
referee.
and now he's coming like...
No, this is good. This is good. He's wasting. It's their time. He's
No,
wasting,
but yeah, exactly. You're wasting your own time there.
I
their
don't know
time.
how I feel about Xhaka being riled up even though.
It's their time.
Someone
That's
needs
the
to
thing as well.
I want our players to show a bit of... Just tell him to shut up and move him away.
To be fair, they did. Xhaka told him and Gabriel.
Jack, calm.
What, 8 minutes into a 5 minute added on.
But what does Callum Wilson think he's achieving by doing this? He's just breaking your own team's
I
temper.
was thinking that to be fair.
What's that?
Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Oh, what? He saw the 48.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
8
got the
minutes
ball,
into
yeah, I was
5 minutes added on.
I thought he said that, but I wasn't sure.
Just what, sorry?
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, all right. Not for TV.
No.
it's
It's just
for
add a blunt. Add the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maths wasn't his strong suit.
The math did it. Maths.
This is the guy saying mathematically he's still got a chance. Well, fuck. Callum Wilson's probably rattled. He hasn't really had a sniff this half.
Yeah, Kiwi's done very
Keep
well.
rattling him. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't react. Just let him do all the reaction. Just go down. Let it go. Let it get sent off, bro. Dark arts, bro.
They're showing their frustration, innit? That's what it is.
I think that just shows how good Arsenal have been.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe a little part of them thought in Arsenal's recent form, they start early, might be able to get on top.
What's this? This game's getting very niggly.
Zinchenko's wasting time. Someone's gonna get sent off.
Cecil
What's
going off
happening?
the
Jack
ball
has
now.
gone off the pitch with the physio.
This suits Arsenal, though, you know. The way they're getting rattled like this is...
Look, why's Wilson having
Wilson's gonna
Martinelli
get
now,
himself.
though?
He's gonna get
I
himself.
don't know.
some-
Let's see what happens. To be fair.
Callum Wilson, Jack say what? You
Is
still
he trying
going
to
on
push
about that
Xhaka
team?
off the pitch quicker or something?
Yeah, now look at Wilson backing off, you
Yeah, don't want
dickhead.
it.
Shut up.
I reckon Eddie Howe's told him, go and rile up Xhaka. Shut
Yeah, you shut up as well, man.
Paul Seal.
Oh,
Shut up, Paul Seal.
Why Trippier thinks he's tough as well.
Like a pit bull, isn't he?
Why don't you don't just fold it and put it in your pocket?
hey, he's got that Flavella energy about him, man.
Referee.
Jesus.
They're rattled, bro.
They are rattled.
They're actually rattled. I'd love to know what the crowd is saying, though.
No, Jay's still talking to him. I like that, man. Rattle him.
He is.
Don't just let these men try and
Yeah, I agree.
be the tough guys, man.
You're 1-0 up, you can afford to do this type of thing.
In the corner, just down the line.
I'm sure Eddie Howe will be saying to
He's
Trippier.
still going at it as well.
Someone needs to talk to Xhaka, though.
Oh!
Xhaka, someone needs to talk to
Let him
him.
talk. Let him talk. You're allowed to talk, bro. You're allowed
know,
to talk. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus!
What are you doing? How haven't you finished that?
Oh, that would have been a killer blow. That.
How haven't you finished
No, they're
that?
dead at the game, bro.
Fucking hell, massive chance for Odegaard.
That was with his right foot, you see.
I don't care if it's with his left knee.
Does he just carry on the bigger part of the goal instead of trying to go back across
It's a
him?
great save by Pope, though. It is. It's a great
He
save.
done the hard work, took the defender out.
I reckon he could have dropped the shoulder on the keeper again.
Yeah,
he's
and gone
come out.
on.
Go, yeah.
I mean, with that, right, what do you say? Was that a bad miss or a great save?
That's a bad miss.
That bad miss, you got to score.
8 yards out.
Yeah, but it was a very good save. The way Pope stretched his body like that, man. Seriously.
Yeah, he came out fast.
I think Odegaard, you'd say bad miss, wouldn't
I
you?
think it made it easy for him.
Yeah,
right
I
arm,
think it was
isn't it?
made easy for
There
him.
wasn't enough power in it, innit, really?
You know what, we should have made it 2 there for sure.
Definitely.
The half ended with some...
You know what? I've enjoyed that first
That was
half
really good
because
first
obviously
yeah.
we're a goal to the good, but there was some good football in it, and there's been a lot of stuff going off the ball, niggly. It's a real Premier League game, man. Proper teams.
I think
Yeah.
it's a real compliment to how we set up today. I mean, United went there, got beat. Think of all the teams that have struggled there.
Only one team have won there.
Exactly.
Liverpool.
So we've actually controlled the tempo, which is very important. They're getting frustrated from me. Do you know what I mean? I would love to actually hear how the crowd. Maybe James can give us some insight on the crowd noise and their frustrations.
I think if we focus on like Newcastle's early chances when they hit the post and the chance like that, but you think of Arsenal's chances because at the other end, like, we could have been
point.
3 or 4 up at this point.
Yeah.
Good point.
So,
And there was a couple of opportunities when the final ball could have been a bit better. We got in behind them a few times, mate.
Yeah, we did. We should have scored at least a couple in that half, but we are 1-0 up. Before we do pass it over to Info Station, man of the match so far, who's the standout player, Mike?
I'd have to go for Odegaard, man. That was a great goal.
Yeah,
Goals
finish.
win games. He's also created a couple of chances. Okay, there was that chance at the end. Didn't quite take it, but he's looked dangerous, man. So yeah, Odegaard.
The goal
for me.
came when Newcastle were really applying some pressure as well.
You
so-
could argue that when we scored, it was slightly against the run of play. But since we have scored, the guys have made the point there that we've looked good for it, man.
Yeah.
And Newcastle, listen, it's obvious. They look rattled, they're arguing, they're fighting with us. That's an indication that we've done well in the first half.
Odegaard for you, Mike?
yeah, well, Martinelli I think has done really well, but it's hard to call. I think, like I said during the game, the first half, the passion the boys are showing on the pitch at the moment. They're fighting for each other. They're fighting for themselves, and like I said, it's hard to put a pinpoint on who's actually really stood out. I think overall first half has been a great team performance.
I think Xhaka and Jorginho have actually done well as
Yeah,
well.
Jorginho's played
I was
well.
about to say that. I was about to say Jorginho.
Been in the right place at
I
certain
can't
points.
believe that. Yeah, he's
Defensively as well, man. Yeah.
assist, got the assist, if you want to say.
Yeah.
Man called that assist. I
Hey,
hear you.
goes down on the total, doesn't it? That's an
Well,
assist.
overall, I can't, someone was saying he will share leadership. You know,
Maybe that's-
he's organised. You know, he's getting the boys going. You know, even Jesus, you might even argue. You know,
I remember when we bought Jorginho, I remember distinctly the manager saying that one of the reasons why he was so in favour of the signing was Jorginho He's a very intelligent player.
I think that
And
shows.
I think you've
that
seen
first
that
half,
today.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Although the ball for the goal for him was good. But
Doing his job.
he's doing his job, he's organising, he's showing leadership. That's what you want, especially at a ground like that where it's such a hard place to go and get a result. That's the type of performance you want. So,
Especially against a midfield like that as well. I mean, Newcastle's midfield not to be...
but I would, like I said, I'd stick my neck out for Odegaard. In tight games like this,
Need that bit of magic.
goals are the difference, and he scored a great goal. Could have scored another one.
Should have played
Looked
him
threatening but to be fair to him, he's looked threatening every time he's got the ball.
Forward.
So Odegaard for me so far.
Couple super chats. Coach says Aaron Ramsdale man of the match so far. Martinelli has to be better, and we got one from Matthew saying, why didn't we have Kiwi earlier? His performances have surprised me.
Said
And a good 45 from Kiwi, a good half from Arsenal. Probably should be more than 1-0 up, but Newcastle have had their chances too. It is 1-0 at half time, and we're going to pass it over to James and Nick at Embo Station. But before we do switch over to the halftime show, if you're thinking about your next holiday, then check this out.
If you're travelling soon, why pay more? Just change your location before you travel so that you can explore local prices on accommodation, flights, car rentals and events. Once you're in your destination country, you can change your location back to the UK. So it's easy to access your emails, banking and subscriptions. Click the link to unlock your internet freedom with NordVPN. And with the AFTV special, you can save even more. Click the link to be invincible.
All right, half-time, Arsenal 1-0 up. And listen, that was... I think a lot to be happy about that first half. Sure, we might rue some of the missed chances. They've had some missed chances too. But we've fought fire with fire here. We're 1-0 up.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's one of the most defensively sound performances we've had in 45 minutes. You know, this team is a very, very good team. The ground is a very difficult ground to go to. They've got a really good record this season, and we've defended really well. We've known when to be aggressive and when to go long, and it looks like I know the game's not over, only halfway through, but just on that 45 minutes, one of the more mature performances I've seen from this Arsenal team and from Arteta. Again, knowing when to go long and being sensible when to play out.
You know what I really liked about this this performance is that Arsenal, they struggled in the first 5-10 minutes. We strung a few passes together, but they were on it, and then they get the penalty that's then overturned 8 minutes in. What I really love is something triggered in Arsenal. It's like they recognise that there'll be a slight... I mean, the Newcastle crowd have been unbelievable. Let's give them absolute credit. They've been fantastic. But Arsenal, either you wilt under that or you rise to it. You go, all right, let's face up to it. And they didn't do that against Man City yesterday. I'm not sure that was quite the atmosphere. I think it was just City being brilliant. But against Liverpool, having been 2-0 up, then they got back into it. I don't think we knew quite how to deal with it. I think today, the Arsenal players, after getting through that first 10 minutes, have said, that's it. You know, we're just going to play our football. We're going to be aggressive. Jorginho, who I've talked about, doesn't have the pace or the strength of Partey, but he's engaging everywhere. So is Xhaka. Kiwi and Gabriel are doing brilliantly at the back. And then they're playing their football. And because Zinchenko's coming inside, we are having overloads, you know, and moments where we are actually able to play through them. And we could be 3-4-0 up here.
Yeah.
Or maybe 3-4-2 up.
Yeah, no, for sure. We've missed a few chances, and I think Nick Pope has been absolutely brilliant as well so far this half. I just think, you know, we need to get some finishes. You know, we need to finish our chances. We're creating enough, but this team is still very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
And you know, we know the quality that they have. You know, we don't want to be sitting here ruining it. But like you said, we have stepped up massively from a mentality perspective. You know, we know that we've seen the draws. You know, we know what's happened in previous games. But there definitely seems to be a bit of a reaction at the moment. You know, the finishing still isn't quite there.
Oh no,
but the reaction is there.
We're not killers in front of goal. You know, I know Martinelli and Saka's output has been immense this season. I know Odegaard, I think we said that goal might have made him the highest goal scoring midfielder in Premier League history, not including penalties, which is an unbelievable achievement. But yet we're not really killers, because I think a Salah and a Mane in Liverpool's heyday, you know, a year or two ago, they're 3-0 up here.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference, maybe, and that's where a younger team will develop that killer instinct.
100%. And obviously, you know, the panel were talking before about the guys in the watch along talking about Trossard versus Martinelli, and I think Trossard maybe is a more natural finisher, natural goal scorer. However,
I think Trossard scores one of those.
Yeah, 100%. But what we do have, I think, also, if we have Martinelli on the pitch, what he does is he pushes Trippier back.
Yeah.
And Trippier is leading crosses for this season. He's been on all the set pieces. You know, he's been a real nightmare
I agree.
for us at the moment. So we need someone that's going to push him back with their legs. We need it on the counter attack. We saw straight away when there was a bit of a ruckus between Xhaka and Joe Linton and these types of players, Martinelli keeps out of it, and as soon as the ball comes back into open play, he gets direct, gets in behind and tries to get into those positions. So, you know, there's a bit of a, you know, one can score the chance, one can create the chance. So, but it's part of the evolution of this team, and it's really exciting to watch.
Yeah, I completely agree. Let's go through the match stats. Expected goals, Arsenal with 1.04 to Newcastle 0.37. We've had 7 shots to their 5. We've had 5 on target. I think that's the good thing. At least, even though our finishing hasn't been brilliant, at least we're asking questions of Pope and working him hard. They've hit the woodwork once. We've had 2 big chances to their 0. I probably agree with that. I don't think the Newcastle one's a big chance because of how quickly we got across to try and block it. And I think if he was going to hit the target and not have it blocked, he had to put it near Ramsdale. We've had 9 touches in the box, they're 17, and they've had 22 final third entries to our 18, which shows that they are getting forward. I'll have a look at some of the individual stats in a second, but what I do want to ask you about is how good Arsenal have been in terms of meeting fire with fire, but just staying on the right line of it. Because I don't think the ref is having a particularly great game, if I'm honest.
Agreed,
he's keeping the occasion, you know, he's letting the teams, you know, lift it, you know, in terms of the heat and all that. But I think he's let them get away with far more fouls than he's let us get away with.
For sure. And what we've seen in the past where Arsenal have struggled is when there is, you know, a really fiery game, let's call it, we've been the people to take it away from the football pitch and into something silly, into a grab or a poke in someone, or something more physical away from football. And at the moment, Newcastle look the team that are probably going to take it away from a football match and make it an actual fight. And Arsenal are just keeping on the line of keeping it a fiery, you know, kind of almost teasing them a little bit and keeping it football. And that plays into our strengths massively. And
I will say that, you know, in the Forever Arsenal WhatsApp group, you know, a few people were saying that, you know, are Jesus and Xhaka getting involved in something they shouldn't be? And my thing is that I agree with Turkish. I think Turkish was saying it on the sofas that actually, no, show them you're not going to get bullied. Show them you won't get messed around. Give it back to them a little bit, especially when you're 1-0 up. But there's a fine line. For me, I love what Xhaka did there. I don't love him getting involved with Trent in a nothing thing at Anfield and we're 2-0 up and we're trying to kill the occasion.
Yeah.
What Arsenal are doing here is they're recognising they actually have to match the occasion and the intensity that Newcastle are bringing, and they're allowing themselves. Newcastle are now trying to find a different way. They haven't been able to play through us a few times, but they haven't scored. They haven't been able to press brilliantly because actually, at times they've won the ball, been able to play out and have a few chances. So now they're trying to make it a little bit more of a scrap, and I think Arsenal are right to try and match that a little bit. If you stay on the right side of it, that's great. But Newcastle fans, and you can hear them in the crowd, they're complaining about the time wasting. Sure, that might come to bite us, and I don't want to see time wasting in football, but we're giving it a little bit back, and I think it's good that Arsenal are getting under their skin in that way a bit.
Yeah, the best example of that is when Gabby Jesus got into the argument with Trippier, and it was the ball was out for a throw on, and he immediately said, he had Trippier right on his shoulder and he said, here, give me the ball, give it to me. I'll show him what I can do. And he's taking that aggression and putting it into football. And I do wonder how much, you know, against the Liverpools and the Man Cities, we have been roped into that in past seasons because we might have known that they are better football teams than us. And actually, if we don't get these opportunities, you know, the stakes are higher. And I wonder if Newcastle look at us like that now as, actually, we need the ball in play, ref. These are a better team than us. If it's just football, they're probably going to pick us off. We need to get into a bit of a scrap. I do wonder how much that plays into the dynamic of this game. Yeah, still lots more to talk about. We'll be back for the second half very shortly. Some of the match stats, for example, just to have a look at some of the Arsenal players. I want to get pass accuracy. Here we go. Gabriel Magalhaes and Jakub Kiwior with 95% each. They are the base from which we play, and the fact that they're keeping the ball is really, really good. Jorginho 82%, Xhaka 81%. That shows you that Newcastle are still able to, I don't know, 2 every 10 passes, they're giving it away, the central midfielders. And I think the one thing I'll say, as good as Arsenal have been in terms of creating chances and matching them for energy, they look up for it. I love all that. I do think Newcastle, for a spell in that game, probably in the first 30 minutes, not so much the last 15, 20, I felt they looked like they would score with every attack. Yeah. And you mentioned Arsenal looking very good defensively. I actually agree, but not because we're denying them anything, but because we're doing really well to get back, cover each other, throw bodies in the way, because we know that we need to press them as well. You can't really park the bus. You can't park the bus and press. You can't do both. No, we can't. And we can't park the bus at all because we have no natural defenders in that midfield three. So we are heavily reliant on our back four. So that's why things look a little bit scrappy when we're defending, because any chances that maybe Partey might normally cut out are having to be cut out by our last line of defence. And normally you'd want to see your defensive midfielder cover. But we saw the chance come from the corner where Jorginho followed Joe Linton all the way back and tried to impose himself, and that's what these guys have to do. It's really brave from Odegaard and Jorginho especially, because they know they're going to lose physical battles. They're going up against guys that they know are going to beat them in the air, but they have to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep taking those battles, because actually what we can do is, with the front three that we've got, we can win second balls, and we can just make a bit of a nuisance of ourselves. So it is a really brave performance from them, having to play a role that isn't maybe playing towards their natural strengths.
I completely and utterly agree. And there was a comment from Benjamin saying that Jorginho is showing his experience, and someone who doesn't always praise Arsenal players, sometimes Gary Neville saying on commentary, that's harsh, he does, but he was saying that Jorginho is constantly talking to everyone around him on the pitch, and then they pan to that. A lot of you would have seen it on the coverage. They're showing Jorginho talking to everyone, and what he's doing really well is there's physicality. I mean, I've been going on about physicality, right, in midfield with Partey starting over Jorginho and all that. He's gone for Jorginho, but the physicality is only good if you're even in the position to do it.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So the fact that, if Partey's positioning isn't as good, then actually it doesn't matter if you're physical, whereas Jorginho is actually able... Yeah, he's in the right spaces, and if you can't shove somebody off the ball and rip the ball from them, the most you can do is slow that attack down, give your defence a chance to reorganise, and that's what he's doing really, really well. Can't really fault him so far. Yeah, agreed. All right, a big thanks to NordVPN, as always, for powering this watch-along. Second half coming shortly.
It's somewhere in London and it's looking pretty red. Lee Judges has attempted to score some new content. He's got to get past a hacker, malware and password attacks. Lee takes off. But look, the hacker sends password attacks towards Lee. He's dispossessed of all his passwords and data. He goes again, but he's hacked to the ground. Look at Lee's in pain and they're mocking him. Wait. He's got a last-minute transfer deal. He's got NordVPN on his team now. I mean, is that even legal? Oh, that's next-generation encryption, absolutely blinding the opposition. And the fastest VPN on the planet flies past password attacks, takes down the ball and scores! That's fresh content on your favourite streaming services. You're protected on multiple devices, back of the net. Just change your location in the app. Go to nordvpn.com/AFTV now.
We've kicked off, people. Well, I say we, Newcastle, have kicked off. Second half underway. 1-0 up.
It's a big 10-15 minutes coming up here.
Zinchenko
again. He's recovered it.
Just think that half time come at a bad point for us. I think by having them rattled, we could have gone on and got something.
Yeah.
I think they've had a chance to regroup now, like I said, and calm down with their emotions and
don't make it too easy. Don't make it too easy. That's it.
Nice. Brought down well there from Jesus.
Every time Saka gets a ball, you notice Dan Burn literally leaning all over him, man.
Yeah, because he doesn't want him to have the space.
Can't give him the space,
and go one-on-one.
Trying to crowd him out.
Just where he needs, when it comes into his feet, he needs that face in front where he can just give and go.
Yeah.
Get him, spin him. And now let him run.
Yeah, Saka now.
There he is. This is where you can take him. Yeah, go on. Oh, unlucky.
It's very poor there from Saka, man. So in Newcastle. No changes either side, I believe.
No.
It was a good first half, though. Very entertaining, especially for the neutral. What did you lot make of the end of the first half and the Xhaka and Jesus getting heated? Is that
to me, they look like they were more in control of the situation than the Newcastle players were, because they looked like they were quite happy for them to just.
They looked like they were trying to rattle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Decent idea there, but poor execution. Still got the ball. Into Pope's arms. What about you, Mike? I mean, Xhaka in the past, you don't really want to be seeing him getting into those altercations / emotional moments, but
I think, like Laurie
season-
said, I think it wasn't. He was more controlled with it. I think, like I said, it was more him winding Wilson up, wasn't it? He was just testing the boundaries of where he could maybe possibly get him to bite back. But I said, I think half-time really come good time for Newcastle.
Oh, Zinchenko!
Oh my God, the
not
poster
that.
saved us again.
Zinny
Zinchenko, bro.
Zinchenko's
I don't
all over the
understand.
place. He fell over.
I actually don't understand.
Defensively, bro.
I told you guys at the start of the game, man.
First, he backed off and let him into the
And he's done it again, look.
Oh,
Yo, sub him, bro. Sub him.
Kick conceded by Zinchenko there.
I'm telling you.
He's not a defender,
but
bro.
this is where you're talking about being proactive, though, isn't it? Do you do it now or do you wait until?
Until he concedes.
Yeah.
Look, the guy's he's
Look
spinning
at that.
around. different ways.
Nowhere.
He's not a defender.
And then he got done again later. And it's Jacob Murphy we're talking about, with all due respect. You know what I mean?
Who was that? They had Isak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Newcastle have hit the post again. Opening seconds of the first half, opening minutes of the
Twice
second
in
half.
2 plays. I don't like to dig man out, but I've got to state the obvious. Twice in a minute, innit? He's got undone, bro.
It's not even twice. I mean, if you look at the last 6-7 games, there's moments when
Yeah.
you've seen the lack of.
Oh!
free.
No, what a save!
What a
Is that
save.
save of the season? That could be save of the season, Turkish.
I think it was 2 straight at him.
It's
It's out,
off.
all out.
What
Yeah,
a
but-
save from Man was free, man.
Fred on the 6-yard, but
Man was free, bro.
Look at this,
I
bro.
think it was
he's
straight
just
down
no,
his
but no
throat.
one's
He
picked
had
him
to
up. He's
make
just
the
stood
save.
there.
Good save.
Wow.
Strong arm there from Ramsdale. Poor defending from
But look,
Arsenal.
there's no one near him.
Nobody at all with him.
It was nearly past him when he stuck his hand out. That is a great save. You could say it was pretty near to him, but even so.
Yeah, no, it was a great
still
save.
got
The
Save it,
reflexes,
the
the
reactions,
strength
yeah.
in the arm.
100%.
That's
We need control back, man.
That's
Man.
an amazing
I would
save.
take Zinchenko off.
Or bring Tierney on.
Yeah.
They're going to have to think about that soon, man.
Because, bro,
how many times he
every time a man's gone against him, he just looks so.
It's all over the place, bro. And like I said, no disrespect, man, because I think he's a good player, but it's Jacob Murphy. we're
Jacob
talking
Murphy, bro.
Yeah.
It's not like even Isak and them, man. He's lucky. It's not them, man.
I get it. Murphy's quick, but his position is all wrong.
Dumped you on your backside, man.
Both teams have started the second half the same way they started the first. Newcastle, 2 big
Don't worry.
chances.
And hitting the post.
Yeah.
Man, we're lucky, you know. We are lucky. We are lucky.
Although
Let's make it count.
it's catching. It's
Whoa,
catching.
whoa. You can see the. I don't. Just mute it, bruv.
You know what this is, though? It's the pressure that
play.
Oh,
Newcastle are
that's a
bringing,
ball.
innit?
That's a ball. Nice.
Now.
Okay.
Nice.
Find the line.
All right.
Give it to him.
Martinelli.
Oh, it's too long.
Back to him. Nice.
Oh, lovely.
Beautiful.
Shoot through body.
Did he hit the bar?
Yeah, Martinelli with a beautiful effort. A beautiful effort.
That's a great ball by Jesus as well.
Oh, just used.
Pope was missing, bro.
No, there's
Watching
nothing
it.
he could have done about that.
Pope's what?
Great deception.
That was a beautiful effort, you know.
Jeez.
Beautiful effort. Used the defender.
Centimeters.
Bent it round him. Pope. Nowhere. Well, it's a goal kick, Newcastle. A couple super chats have come in. First one here from Alex says, even if we don't win the title this year, next year we need to go again and do better. I don't want this to be a 1-season push. Completely agree. And we've got one here from Nathan.
Handball.
Let's just see what happens with this attack. Newcastle. Still got the ball.
Oh,
They're just gonna, oh, surprised
Yeah.
ref didn't give that.
That's it.
What's that, free kick, Arsenal?
Yeah, Jorginho, well done.
Second one here from Nathan says, shout out Michael, grew up on the same street as him, played football every day, what a baller. Glad to see him on AFTV. Come on, Arsenal. That's the full name, by the way.
Do you know him?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he knows you, he
Yeah,
must do.
I do
he
though,
must
yeah.
do. Come on.
we'll have to get you to play for our AFTV team, man. We've got a team. Got promoted this season as well. Shout out to all the boys. I know they're all watching today.
You said you had a bad injury, innit? That's what kind of Curtailed Joe.
Yeah, what, a few years. Yeah, it was like ankle and leg.
What break?
Wow.
What a bad challenge or?
No, no. Training. No one near me.
That's the worst ones.
Yeah, it was one of them. No, training, you get wound up and you just a bit fresh, saw red. So I went to smash the ball away. Foot got caught in the ground and.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. Hey. We learn from our experiences.
Yeah.
Okay, turn.
Arsenal in possession just
Just keep
inside the
ball.
Newcastle half. Jorginho on the ball. Jorginho's had a very good game.
Wow, Zinchenko giving it again.
Now take him off, man. Take him off, take him off, take him off.
Good. Oh,
Take
unlucky.
him off.
Well done.
Oh,
Martinelli's defensive play today has been pretty
yeah,
good.
he's just working so hard.
Well played, Jesus. Got
Two
back
man up on
well,
me.
You can go back, that's it.
doing his
There we go.
defensive duties. So
Nice.
This is where we're dangerous here.
Come on, man. We need to.
Keep running.
Not enough
Just keep
players.
running.
Keep going,
running.
keep going.
Not enough players running with him. Saka on the ball.
Two
Flip
over
it,
here.
flip
If he
it.
gets
There
to
you
there.
go.
Nice.
Flip
Come
it.
on, Martinelli.
Go on, he's backing off. He's in the box.
Yeah.
how do you think Saka's played so far today?
Not great.
I think he's played better than he has the last few games.
Yeah.
He's getting himself into good positions, that
Yeah.
one-on-one in particular, but
I just feel there's a bit of a confidence thing with him at the minute. Just when he, a few months ago, when he was on the ball, you just felt, oh, he's going to do something here. It feels like he doesn't believe in himself
Yeah.
when he gets there.
Think Trossard should come on?
soon enough.
Yeah.
I think
No,
soon
I'm
enough,
looking
but
at
I
my
don't
watch,
think he'll
I
come
don't
on.
know, she's dead. She's been dead for like two days.
They could switch wings, couldn't
I just haven't seen Arteta take him off.
they? No.
Just tends to be
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah,
and
nice.
Arteta ref.
That was a clear push.
It's just
Well played, Odegaard.
Straight in the
Pass
back,
from
wasn't it?
Bruno.
Elbow in the back.
That's whiplash, bruv.
Yeah, it
He
was.
hits
Isn't
back
it?
and then he complains.
That's forearm,
But
bruv.
yeah, but like I said, which point of that do you deem that as dangerous? Because that's, like I said, an elbow, forearm to the back of the head. Like, it's not even like in the back, is it?
Not only that, if you're Eddie Howe and you watch one of your senior players, that's a silly foul to give away because that's quite a dangerous position for them.
Play quick.
If as an Arsenal player had done that, I'd be saying, what are you doing that for?
That's what Partey did against City.
Yeah.
The Haaland, did he foul Haaland?
Hopefully
Yeah, he
we'll
fouled
make them.
Haaland.
Hopefully we'll make him pay for it. But that's very silly from Gomares.
Look at
Again,
the size
showing
of
his
him.
frustration.
Fuck, you know, bruv.
Surely we're not.
Just needs a
putting
good
this in the
delivery
box.
on this, which that's good. Oh,
He did that by Newcastle and cleared.
Jorginho, how's your touch?
oh,
Done
well
well.
played,
Zinny,
Jorginho.
Zinny.
Ah, he got it.
It's tough. It was
Nice,
standing
go
on.
on, go on.
That's where he wants to be.
Counter attack.
Eat him, burn him.
Shoot.
Shift. Corner.
Unlucky.
We'll take
That's
that.
it. Shoot with body.
Yeah, that was way too predictable though, man. Cut in and shoot. Just
No, but what else could he have done there? man?
he's
Jesus.
got
Yeah, it's.
they just could have.
There's
Dumb.
two up there, isn't there?
No.
There's no one there.
No, there's no one else, no support there. I think the shot was the right option.
Listen, he won a good corner, but maybe even go for the near post. It was too easy to read.
Back across them.
40 says Zinchenko needs to be subbed. Also, any reason why Ben White does not overlap on the right anymore? Do you think he's wary of our defence?
No, he does overlap.
Not as much as he used to. I think when Holding came in, that kind of slowed down a hell of a lot. Now it's Kiwior there. I'm not too sure.
This is an interesting set piece.
Good delivery.
Where are we?
Oh!
No one near him.
Done really well
Delivery.
there.
Looked like it was going in. Pope had to make the save.
That's
Oh,
a
that's
a
come on,
free kick.
Red.
And the yellow.
Giving it.
You pussy.
He's seen it. He's put his
But
hand.
he didn't even wave anything though.
Yeah, why are you putting your hand out? Either it's a free kick or not.
No,
Play on.
is he just playing on and then
Yeah,
he's
just
going
play
to
on.
do
But
it?
there's no. You've gone backwards.
Yeah, about 30 yards back.
I think when the play stops, he'll book him, you know.
Ball in.
Too much.
Right, what are you going to do now?
Nothing. He's
I don't think he will do, yeah.
He's doing shit.
Yeah, he ain't going to do nothing.
Well,
Yeah,
he's-
Tierney.
Yeah, see? Well played. I've been saying it. Fair play to
But it's
Arteta.
fucking obvious. It's obvious. Every time they're attacking down that side, they look like they're going to score. Come off, man.
Yeah, I've been saying it from time. Get him off. Should have started Tierney.
What do you think it is with Zinny? A confidence thing or?
Could be just tiredness.
Defensively, I don't think he's ever been that guy.
You think teams are just targeting him more and more as the season's gone on?
Yeah. If you look at that goal against that Liverpool scored against us, Trent.
Yeah.
That just exposed him. Like,
That's similar.
what's
What's
going on inside?
There he is, Jorginho. Well done.
Kivio.
What
What a tackle, bruv.
That's what that pace we were talking about, the ability to make that recovery run and tackle.
What a tackle.
What was you going to say, Mike? I think
Yeah, come off now.
Xhaka,
Xhaka's down again.
Is that the Xhaka with the block though?
I thought that was
was
Kivio.
it Xhaka, yeah?
I don't know.
Let's see here, Newcastle.
Kyrgios there gets done there, doesn't he?
Xhaka.
Xhaka.
It is,
What a
it is
tackle.
Xhaka. Beautiful recovery and beautiful tackle.
Willock.
He would have,
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. He would have definitely scored that.
And then you know what? Credit to Xhaka as well, because if he mistimes that, that's a penalty. So
And probably a red. I mean, the way he
Where's the sub? Where's the sub?
Has he done it?
Xhaka's feeling something though, man. It's not often you see him go down twice in games.
I think he's just managing time, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I think he's doing. Man, just get Tierney off, man. I'm thinking Zinchenko off.
Still on at the
waiting to
minute,
be
yeah,
made.
he's not made it.
Alright, it's 1-0. We're close to 60 minutes, people. Let's hear from James and Nick.
Well, I mean, what, 15 minutes?
It's basically picked up where we left off. Frantic game, both teams really giving it lots. What a tackle from Xhaka there.
Yeah, it's not the first one he's made. He made one in the first half as well. It's his second challenge, and for a player that's got a stereotype of being very rash, he's been so calm. He's been a picture of calm and composure so far this game. Really, really solid performance from him.
Yeah, I think Kiwi Gabriel as well doing well in there. They've had some chances, Newcastle, and this is what I'll say, as well as we're doing, I'm praising Newcastle when I say that Arsenal are doing well, because they're still having chances, but we're trying to play some football, we're trying to play. Jorginho fouled there and he's won it. What was I going to bring up? Tierney's coming off as Zinchenko. And I think that's smart from Arteta. I think he's recognised early that it's not just that Zinchenko's not defending brilliantly. I think he would actually accept that. I think he'd actually accept Zinchenko not being. Is that on the ball he's not having the same impact? A few times he's inverted and played some nice passes, but I think the more this game goes on and stretches, I don't think you need that extra man in midfield because they're getting forward anyway, Newcastle.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that the more that they start to get forward, there's going to be space in behind their back line, and we want pace. We want what we're not seeing at the moment on that left-hand side.
Zinny comes
as
off.
Zinchenko comes off, we're not seeing that same overlapping that we see from Ben White, and that's not going to create as much space for Martinelli. So hopefully, bringing Kieran Tierney on is going to do that. And wasn't it against Newcastle that he cut in and hit that right foot curl? I'm sure
I think that was West Brom.
I was West Brom. There you go. But yeah, I mean, he even anything can happen.
He's been
But
linked
I
with the
think
move there.
He has been, but he's such a professional that doesn't bother me at all. I think that
No, I think if anything, it'll make him want to prove himself more. But
been linked with a move to Newcastle, I think, is the talk as well. So there you go.
Well, let's see. Half an hour to go plus added time, and it's just picked up. It's been a really great hour of football. It's very rare that 1-0s are this entertaining, but it's been brilliant. Back to Turkish.
It's good to see. I mean, a lot of the questions around Arteta after the Liverpool game, West Ham game, Southampton game, was he needs to learn from this. And although it's frustrating to see Kiwior come in and, in my opinion, do better than Holding, it feels too little too late. It's also good to see he's proactive with that Zinchenko sub, because in those games we were pretty much calling for similar substitution at a similar time, and it just didn't come.
Yeah, for real.
Do you not think Tierney stays this summer?
No, I don't think. It's ironic that he's been linked with Newcastle.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll stay this summer.
Mike?
Yeah, I'm the same there. I think he'll move on. I think.
Oh, he got rolled too easy.
He could be felt hard done by the fact that he's not played as many games, preferably as he has. So, you can understand him wanting to go and play football.
Yeah, I can understand it. Strict though.
Yeah, man. I think he's got. Plus Newcastle, near Scotland, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scotland as you can
very
get. So
close, yeah.
As long as they come with I don't want him to go, but as long as they come with the right bread,
What's the right bread?
50, 60, you got to tax them, bro. We know they've got money.
But
You know what I'm saying?
they haven't spent recklessly though.
Nah, but I don't think that'll be a reckless buy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, I get that.
That's in line. You're getting a player.
This man's starting to have more of an influence in the game.
I
It's
think with
worrying.
that, Turkish, you got to think as well, if Newcastle potentially could be up challenging around with Arsenal next year, you don't want to let him go for
Strengthen them, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want him to go for nothing to make them better.
Do you not think so that Isak's starting to come into
Yeah,
the game more? I must admit, I'm very impressed with his ball control, man. Seriously. It's like the ball stuck to his foot sometimes.
I think for Tierney, I don't know, I think 40 rising to 50 based on appearances and stuff is probably one that makes more sense. But if they're willing to give 50, 60 straight up, then obviously I'll take that, or we'll take that.
You've got to start taxing these guys, bro. Because Willock went for 25 when in the same season, Raheem, wasn't it Brewster?
No, but I remember when we got that 25 mil.
30 mil.
Yeah.
A lot of people said that was good business. I was getting.
What, 25?
Yeah, for Willock. To be fair, he's done well since he's gone there.
I think it was decent business, but
That's you. That's
I
us.
think with that though, you've got to think about if he does go, who do you've got to find a replacement. That
They're in their way.
yeah, and we already need, I think, 4 or 5 players minimum without selling Tierney, so.
that's it. You don't want. Obviously, it'd be tough to make him stay. If he wants to leave, he's going to leave. But then, yeah, you've got that headache of
Well
finding
played,
someone.
Saka.
Good
tackle. Good tackle.
On a free kick.
Is he given a foul?
He must have given the foul because Willock's not too upset. Yeah.
Was he giving a yellow?
First one. He's
I thought that was
for
a good
pull.
tackle.
For a pull or something. There.
Okay.
That's
Second
what
foul
he
on
says.
Joe Willock. I don't believe a card's been shown, but
I thought he got the ball. Clearly not.
Oh, Lord.
Almiron's on for Murphy.
Pace merchant.
Almiron on his day is a very good player. Man.
Yeah, there's another
He's
threat.
arguably the reason why they've been where they've been, isn't it? His early form. He scored bare goals for them, match goals.
Yeah. Chance for Trippier to get it in the box. Dangerous area for a free kick.
I think, if I'm being honest, man, the last 5 or so minutes, Newcastle are in the ascendancy. Man.
Bruv, look at the height. I can't get over it, bro.
Yeah, some big boys.
They're a big unit.
There's a few of them as well. It's not even just one.
Yeah. And they're physical as well, man.
The shortest
Big
man's the one taking the fucking free kick.
These Newcastle players on the edge of the box, but who's that got that covered?
It's Martinelli.
Yeah.
Ramsdale's position. I hope he's coming to clear.
Ball in. Straight out.
Anything?
Goal kick.
Didn't touch it.
Goal kick.
You don't need the
65
ball,
minutes
bro.
gone.
You don't need the ball. Chill.
Xhaka's
Someone
vexed,
needs to talk to
Xhaka's
Xhaka.
vexed about something.
Is that you?
Elbow.
Elbow.
Okay, let's go VAR then. Let's go VAR.
Let's see what happened.
Xhaka's talking about an elbow. We're seeing the replay now.
It's kind of hard to tell.
It's too hard. Where is he?
In the middle with Joe Linton.
It's an elbow. I've seen it. That's an elbow.
Who done it?
Joe
Joe
Linton.
Linton.
That don't surprise me.
Joe Linton.
That's nice.
That's not even going VAR.
No.
Well, someone's going to get sent off in this
Yeah,
game.
I can
though.
see it.
But that's where you hold your face and stay down.
Like that.
Stop it, Jesus. Come on.
Roll back on the pitch.
As
Good
I
man.
said, that Jesus holds his face and stays down. But that's what Xhaka should have done. Forced the VAR to have a look at it.
Yeah. Don't get up. Don't
Yeah,
get
just-
up. Let's see. That's
Another one, yeah.
That is a red card, bro.
Yeah.
That is a red card.
I just said somebody's going to get sent
That
off.
is a red card.
Is he looking at it?
Someone, you got to go to VAR for that.
Nah, man.
We haven't got any indication that they're going to VAR about it. The referee's over Jesus at the moment.
Just as I said in it, someone's going to get sent off in this game. Surely he's not going to get away with that without at least a booking.
This is no cards in front of the game.
No cards
Has there not
so
been any?
far. No cards.
Surely.
If the ref didn't see that, then VAR.
No, but you know what it is? To be fair, we all laughed because we thought it was a bit of exaggeration, but seeing it again, so maybe that's why the ref didn't pick it up.
I'd say it's a yellow.
So he's
I
definitely
don't mind the
yellow.
physical side of the game. Do you get me? I don't mind.
Yeah, but that's elbow, bro.
Yeah,
That's dangerous. That can break someone's jaw.
they didn't even check it.
Oh, he's done well there. Oh, well done.
Nice, Saka.
Win something.
Newcastle players are just...
It's a rugby game, man.
We'll have that. We'll have that. That's it. Wind them up. Wind them up. Pussies. Wind them up. Dickheads.
They're rattled, you know.
They are.
Very.
Dickheads.
There's some feeling there, man. Trust me.
Tierney with the throw-in. Newcastle players are getting very physical at this moment in time. 2 incidents in the last 2 minutes. One on Xhaka, one on Jesus.
Corner.
Jesus, bad touch. It looked like it was him that hit it off for a goal kick, but he's complaining that it was Joe Linton.
I mean, I was saying they wouldn't be surprised if somebody gets sent off, but then somebody pointed out there's not even been 1 yellow card in this game. I find that remarkable. Is that true?
Yeah, there's none. No one's been booked. Oh, what a touch from Isak.
That guy is playing outstanding.
Nice.
Go Teeny. Should have just gone Teeny.
Ramsdale's kicked it low.
And if you notice, he's the one player in Newcastle's team that he's not on that, you know, he's just about football.
Isak.
Yeah, he's not into all that nonsense.
That's a red. That's a yellow.
Joe Linton left another foot in there.
Teeny's got to be smart.
Go on then.
Go on.
This a chance. This a chance.
4 on 4 here. Into the Newcastle box.
Oh, well played.
I thought it would have gone down. I thought it would have gone down there, you know.
Yeah, it could have.
I thought it would have gone down. But Newcastle rattled.
Yeah.
They rattled, bro.
Jesus with an effort from a tight angle. Pope couldn't keep.
I think
hold
Saka's
of the
got
ball.
past it inwards there, but it don't matter.
Can he? Oh, I tell you what, he had a
He did
nibble
great
as well,
to get
didn't
away
he?
from him.
Yeah, I thought it would have gone down there.
Could have left the leg there. Bit of a slip on the shot as well.
Yeah, Pope.
How would you say Jesus has played today?
Good, man.
Decent.
He has, isn't he?
Done what he's needed
He's led
to
the
do.
line well.
He's up for the fight. He's up for the fight.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for. Bit of heart.
In a game like this, man, you've got to be up for it.
And you're gonna need him at some points to hold the ball to ease off their pressure, man. Like an out ball. Here
That's
comes.
good
There's the
delivery.
goal.
Punched out, but we still got possession. Back to Saka.
Just
Probably should have got it in
Yep,
there.
yep. The man them are in there.
Gets
Pope.
it in. Pope all day long. Too high.
Block him, block him, block him, block him, block him, on him.
Pope's still in possession. Arsenal are back into position. And it's
I
still
quite like
1-0.
the fact that it's obvious Newcastle are trying to bully boy tactics, but we've stood up to them very
We're
well.
not having it.
Yeah.
That's easily
Look,
out.
look.
Nice.
That's a
Kieran.
foul, you know.
It's a foul from behind.
Ref.
He's had a few of them. Slide.
Oh, Isak showing a
So fuck off, Odegaard, man.
Isak out-muscled him there, man.
Nah, man. Still, he just gave up. Oh, look at that ball in.
Nah.
There you go.
Who's that? Kieran. Cut it
Yeah,
out.
well
Well
read.
read.
Go on, release him, release him.
The out ball.
Nice. Go on.
Just
Use your
run,
pace.
Just keep running. Just no
Who's
one in
with him, man?
support.
Saka's at the far
Just
post.
get in the box. There you go.
Go on, have
He's
him.
on.
Shoot.
Have him. Have him. Oh.
Take that.
Take that! Hold that!
Well
Hold that! Hold that, you pussy! Take that! Take that!
why you just
Like
put
Diddy
it in
said,
the air.
take that, take that, take that, take that! Take that!
You know what? He deserved that. He
deserved that.
He deserved that.
Come on!
Come on, Martinelli. Well played, man. Well played. Well played.
Fool!
Well done to Kieran as well, cutting out the pass on the other end. Jesus releasing.
Now, boys, focus now, bruv. This has been a dangerous lead for us lately.
Yeah.
2-0 up, 71 on the clock. Surely not again.
Nah, it don't happen
Surely
again.
not again.
Surely what?
Nah, don't ask what.
Jesus
Hold-up
does
play
everything.
again, though.
Great hold-up play, bruv.
Yeah, into him. And Martinelli does. Look, why are we so slow to get in the box? Look,
Odegaard's told him.
yeah, well, we ain't got man in the box, don't hold, but it is what it is. We've got the goal.
That's poor defending from Shaw there, isn't it? What is he doing? Look. Look, what, you just stick a leg out aimlessly like that? Get goal side, man. Get the ball out.
Laurie, I don't care what the fuck he does.
No, true.
As long as he
but
keeps
what is
doing that.
No,
Why don't you do that?
Odegaard's got a tap in anyway.
Seriously, if Rob Holding done that, we'd be throwing things at the screen.
He hasn't done that today.
That is poor. But we'll take it.
He should have been off anyway. So, this is it now.
Just keep your concentration.
This is it.
It's been a very good performance.
It
when you
has.
think
It
of
has.
the battle that Newcastle have put forth. 2-0 up, 72 on the clock.
Oh yeah, we'll take that. We'll take and a yellow, you idiot.
Oh, it
kick
comes.
Arsenal.
And a yellow.
The first yellow card of the
72
game.
minutes.
It's taken the man 70 odd minutes.
And was that fullback as well, yeah? Good. Saka will burn him
Has he
again.
got his cards out, yeah?
Yeah, he went.
Yellow card. First yellow card of the game.
But it
Surprise.
looks like he's trying to give it to Saka. Oh. Oh.
That's why he's over him and making sure he's all right, because he knows it was high.
Oh. I've not called it too many times. But no.
That's definitely a yellow. That's an orange. No, seriously, I do think that there should be sin bins in football, you know. Don't you think?
Nah, you kill the game, man.
No, you wouldn't. You'd stop stupid tackles like that.
Nah.
You send a man off for 10 minutes, they probably concede a goal in that time, he won't do it again. Seriously, there should be sin bins in football. Orange cards, mate. Bang. They do it in rugby.
Yeah, that's
you
rugby.
do a really bad
But-
tackle.
And in rugby, they also hold the ball with their hands. They use their hands.
Thanks for reminding me.
And the free kick's been taken, but it's a poor one straight back into Newcastle's hands. Let's go here from James and Nick.
Yeah, Martinelli, you can see he's exhausted in the celebrations. He almost just needed to take a breather. But that cross is so good for him, because we were saying, what was Cher doing? But actually, yeah, I guess when you look at it, you know, you should put it behind for a corner, but Odegaard's waiting. He's got to stick a leg out.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, if they don't make that contact, even if Pope makes contact, it could still bounce off Cher and go in for an own goal. It's just a bit of a cheeky one. And a big shout out to Jesus for you know, setting that up. What we saw early from him was him poaching and getting goals, and what we haven't seen for a long time since his injury is him picking up the ball in the midfield and driving at players, which is what he's very, very good at. We're seeing a bit of a streetwise and maybe even spiteful performance from Jesus at the moment, which is great to see. I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah, I am. And also, look, Newcastle will fight to the end, but you just want it to deflate them a little bit. You know, the task has got harder for them. And Arsenal, I think, have been... Look, we haven't had a load of chances in the second half, but in the way we weathered, like we did in the first half, the chances and the moments that they had in the start of the second half, and we've kind of just come through that, started to put our foot on the ball. And we've had openings. In the first half, they turned into chances. In this half, they haven't as much, but one has turned into a goal. And that is brilliant from Kieran Tierney. We're going to send it back to Turkish. Arsenal still pressing here in the Newcastle penalty box.
Brilliant.
I love that. I fucking love that. Teeny's just come and up the tempo, man.
He secured it a bit. Like,
Yes. Well, this is what I was saying, guys, before. I said that with him, his robustness in defence is something that we need in this game, and he's come on and he's done just that. If we go on and win this game, I would say that this is one of our best wins of the season. To come to Newcastle, a place like this.
But you know what, I'm vexed again. How did we drop points to Southampton?
Bro.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Bro.
It's the Premier League, man.
I think it's important now the experienced players in the team just manage this game out.
See it
now
out
to the
now,
end.
innit?
Get everyone concentrating on what they need to do. Nothing silly. But I think the goal comes at a great time again,
It did.
they're just putting a bit of pressure on,
That's yours.
and you just kill that momentum.
And you know what I've also liked today, right? I couldn't tell you one person on Arsenal's side that's been less than a 6 or 7 out of 10. They've all played well.
Yeah. Apart
I
from
mean,
Zinny.
you could say that some players have not been as good as others, but they've all done well when they've been called upon. Zinchenko's wasn't at it, but he's the only one.
Yeah.
Everyone else has been at it, man.
Yeah. Completely.
Yeah, if we go on and win, I mean, I know it's still 15 minutes left, but if we go on to win this game, I'll be mega impressed.
A stat just come on the screen. The teams that have scored the most goals in the last 15 minutes of games, 4 are tied. Arsenal, Brentford, Newcastle and Tottenham. 2 of the teams playing right here.
Oh, Jorginho, fuck me, bro.
It's been very
He's
good in
been
there
good,
today.
bro.
Very good.
We look confident right now.
Who else?
Yeah.
But this is the sort of performance and win that would, swing the confidence back round.
Yeah. What you mean? You're starting to believe again?
No, it's not up to us. It's not. Like I said, we can win every game, and I still believe we've lost it already.
Yeah.
It's City that I don't see them dropping two games out of the last 5.
Some maximum.
I think the last couple they've looked a bit shaky as well. Like
Imagine if they lose 2 games, bro.
Who?
City.
Can't imagine.
Brentford and Brighton away is their last 2 games.
I dream of it. Like literally in my bed, pillow under my head, dreaming of it, bro.
Like Mike was saying at the top of the show, we win our games, we keep, City have to be focused on what they do.
It's Champions League week, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they
Next
got,
week,
so
yeah.
they got Real, Everton, then Real again, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's weird. I never used to hate City. I can't stand them now, bro. Like, I want them to lose the Champions League, but I think, nah, if they lose it, then they've got the Premier League to
Focus.
I don't even
I
know,
must
bro.
admit, I don't hate City. You know?
I hate them now.
No City fans.
I hate them now. But it's more like, it's more so because of how they're chasing us, you know what I mean? I never used to ever care about City results.
This. Well
Nice
played,
one.
Ben
Well done.
White.
St. Maximin has just come on.
Kivio's been amazing, bro.
Kivio has had a solid game.
Yes. Like I said, pretty much everyone's played well. Jorginho's done very well. Kivio's done well. Ben White's done
go
well.
on.
Nice,
Oh!
nice Jesus.
Shoot! Shoot!
Oh, on his left foot as well.
Done it on his left.
He still got it though. Oh well.
He can go
Nice,
down
nice.
there, you know. He's literally been held down.
I'm surprised he didn't. Jesus would have gone down.
Luck.
You still get that. Oh, it's
That's it, that's good, that's good.
That's what you do though.
That's good.
What Trippier did there, that is what you do.
Yeah. But don't give him the option. That's
Well,
that's what
yeah.
I groaned about.
More subs.
Trossard.
Saka or Martinelli.
I think Moss.
From Martinelli, no.
Saka, I think, yeah.
Saka.
Trossard and Partey coming on.
You think?
Odegaard's off.
Martinelli did
Martinelli.
look tired. I mean,
And
he's blowing now.
Martinelli's
He's
off.
put in a lot of work today.
But he's also looked the bigger threat out of him and Saka.
Yes, yeah. But Saka's
He's
pretty
tired, bro.
well.
Look at him, bro. Mouth's fully
But
open.
he didn't even start the last game. Like he's tired because he's working hard. I don't think he's even just down to the last attack. He was the one that was there entering the box. Alex says this will make you go crazy. Imagine with 2 games in hand we was never robbed of the 2 points with the Lions. I guess you're talking about the Brentford game.
Stop that, bro. Stop it. Could have had a penalty go against us today. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Subs have been
Odegaard's had a good game.
Great game, bro.
Yes.
Great game.
Yes.
Captain's performance.
Yep.
80 minutes on the clock, 2-0 up.
I hope Partey's on it, man. You know what I mean? No lapses of concentration. Xhaka's got the armband. I think there's going to be a few people at the end of this season that owe Xhaka an apology. What are you saying, Turkish?
Don't know what you're talking about.
I think there's going to be a few people, man, that need to.
We've had this discussion before.
We have. Yeah.
He's had an amazing season by his standards. It doesn't mean that the last 6 were amazing.
Oh, that's
another
this
one.
This ref, come on, get out of here,
Anthony Gordon's just come on and he started.
bro. He just smashed man in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, Newcastle have given up.
Again, credit to Kieran Tierney. A lot of players would have rolled around and.
I don't know why they don't do. I'm not giving credit for that. I want him to roll around. We're giving credit for.
No, but sometimes,
because
but a couple,
you don't wanna-
a couple tough guys is good though, man.
Yeah, you
No,
don't
you don't need to be tough. You just need to be clever.
Yeah, clever.
It don't mean you're a pussy or if you're rolling on the ground.
True,
They do
but-
that to you.
Yeah.
Look at Pepe for Real Madrid, the Portuguese guy. Tough guy, but touching me, he's on the floor, bro.
Mordecai just gave me the heads up and I've just checked it. Lacazette scored 4 goals today for Lyon.
Wow. He's having a very good season, though, isn't he?
Shouldn't have let him go.
Someone said shouldn't have let him go. I don't know about that. I'm more thinking about Balogun's goals and thinking maybe they're looking funny in the light now, but
Oh, how many goals? Is he stopped scoring now?
Balogun, I don't know.
I kinda stopped
scored
paying attention.
he scored a fair few.
We didn't pay him.
Who? Lyon. They won the game 5-4 against Montpellier.
5-4.
Yeah, 5-4.
No foul refs.
Oh,
Jorginho. Great ball.
Oh, it was unlucky.
Bit too much on it, wasn't it?
I won't lie to you. Newcastle have offered nothing since the second
Not at the
goal.
moment.
Since Tierney come on.
Since Tierney's come.
Yeah, there was a
They've
spell
offered
before that where they were looking threatening with Isak, but since that, we've. put the fire out, man. Or so it seems. Still 10 minutes left.
Rishi says they crashed our Champions League dream last season. We crashed theirs this season. Karma, Rishi. I don't think we're crashing their Champions League dreams because Liverpool and Tottenham and whoever else are in and around the top 4 battle, they're a bit far off going into the last, what is it, 3 games now?
Yeah.
I want them to make Champions League.
You do?
Yeah, Newcastle.
They're going to become a beast real soon, though.
Newcastle, Brighton.
Imagine the owners they have with the Champions League money.
Kieran Tierney, well played.
Don't touch him.
Get to the ball.
Newcastle have a chance to get a shot off.
Oh, Tierney again. From left to right, you know.
Come on. Throw in. Super chat. Sly. Has J5 impressed Laurie and Co this game?
Who?
Jorginho.
Yeah, he has actually. He's played well.
And when you think this is a big away game,
No.
Don't try.
get
Book him for the simulation.
But book him then.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Jesse, just boot it.
Oh, I'm trying to be too clever there. Let it go.
Into Ramsdale's hands.
That's it. Ramsdale, just leave it at your feet there.
Oh.
What's going on here? Showing a replay of the last.
No chance.
Never. Get out of here.
Shots.
Who's that? Who's that?
He should get booked for diving.
Who the hell is Anderson?
Who the hell is Anderson?
Who's that?
I'm laughing because I don't know as well, but the way you just come out of it, I'm probably one of their youngsters.
That's it.
He's another niggly little player, though, Anthony Gordon.
That was a surprising signing that they made for me. I don't know.
And they paid bread for that, you know. So they paid 50 mil for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're telling me we can't slap 60 on 60 on Tierney?
You're right. It's just with, and to be honest, he hasn't had injury problem this season. It's been more out of favour than injury. So.
Almiron.
For Newcastle, Ramsdale's out.
No.
Hold your face. Good. I love this guy.
In fact, Gabriel was even laughing, like, move, man, it's good.
I swear to God, he heard me.
Looked around, it's like, right.
Ramsdale's down, wasting a bit of time.
That's that Bournemouth energy. You know what I'm saying? That wasting time.
I haven't seen a replay yet.
But it's funny, it's ironic though, because when they came to our place, they were doing this.
They were kidding us with it.
Yeah.
And then looked at him and then was like,
Looks around and goes, yeah.
oh my eye.
Even Ramsdale was looking round at first, and then he just thought, let me just lie back. Reece Nelson and Eddie Nketiah ready to come on as well.
5 minutes.
Yeah, you said it, didn't you?
I did say it, but on this occasion, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. We're 2-0 up, and you know what I mean. The game's going now where
one, isn't it?
if it was where we were 2-0 down and he did this, then I'll be cussing. But
I wouldn't take Jesus off, you know.
Jesus coming off. Well, it's only 4 to go now, and Saka.
they've both put a shift in. Well played, lads.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus in particular. Alex says Spurs, this is how you beat Newcastle. And 40 says Martinelli and Trossard are fighting for a spot in the front 3.
I've said it already. This is one of our best displays of the season. Some people are going to say no pressure FC, now the pressure, whatever. This was
You
a
still
big
got to
game
come here
for
and
them.
fucking win.
Now, if we go on a win, which I think we will,
Yeah.
this will be one of our best wins of the. Because Newcastle, man, they're a good side, and you know you're away from home in the cauldron, and you.
Back to the super chat. 40 says Martinelli and Trossard are fighting for a spot in the front 3. My question is, why can't they both start? I think they've been our 2 best attacking players. Fair point. Fair point.
But over who though?
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
I mean, we have seen them start together.
Is,
That's when Trossard was
is
starting.
Eddie? Is he the mystery rapper, Strickland?
Nah, I think it's
They clocked it with a tattoo, innit?
yeah,
What was his name?
what's it? He's a championship player though. Forgot his name now.
He's got that diamond tattoo here, innit?
Yeah, they caught him on the platinum.
Yeah. I forgot what his name was though.
Shay, nah, is it Shay Ojo? Shay.
Oh, Shay.
Shay Ojo, I think.
Yeah. I think it's that.
Nigeria boy.
I think
Nigeria boy. So we do many things, you know. Play football and rap.
Also,
No.
I said we can do many things, play football.
it's true, you know what I mean? There's a
And
cou-
UFC.
There's a couple of things you do better than
Let's not go there.
well, we're not going to go into it. We're not going to go into that.
And yes, we do that exceptionally well.
Best in the world. But anyway, 2-0 with a few minutes to go. Surely.
Newcastle ain't offered nothing.
They haven't, you know.
Two and a bit left. And then
It's
injury
been
time.
so far. It's been a very professional performance. So far, Tierney again. That's my guy.
Is it mad to say Tierney man of the match?
Nah, he can't.
Is it mad?
Odegaard for me. But he come on, man, and he did. Look at him again. Oh,
Tierney at the back, Gabby in attack.
he's got to start next game. Am I
I
lying?
think, yeah.
Am I lying?
He's
done
he's-
very well, man. He's come on and done very well.
That's a good question. Brighton. No, it's not
Brighton
Brighton.
next Sunday.
And that's a big game again.
Emirates.
St. Maxima. Good player.
St. Maximin cutting inside,
He did all of that to do all of this.
pass it across.
Yeah. Stay focused, lads.
Corner.
That was Reece, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Struck out a leg.
Didn't even need to get anything on that. Corner to Newcastle. Could have been worse. 89 on the clock, 1 minute to go plus whatever's added on. 2-0.
Boys, switch on.
I think Newcastle will be hurt by this defeat, you know. Don't you think so? Oh, well played, Reece.
I think their top four spot is pretty much
No, but
secure.
they were looking at this game.
No.
I think they were looking at this game as a marker to say, look, beat Arsenal.
the way they was acting, on the pitch as
So
well,
for them to get turned over like this, they're not going to like that at all.
And plus, their defensive record at home.
Yeah.
Super chat here from Red Square, why they should have replayed that Newcastle shirt. Laurie,
Yes.
it's very, very rare for City to get robbed by VAR. Even the season that Liverpool won it, everyone made jokes about how VAR won them the title.
Bro,
Year in,
I don't
year
know.
out, Arsenal get robbed of 6
Listen,
to 8
what I
points
would
a
say is this, right? And I've been saying it all season. There's been bad decisions. It's affected all the clubs in the Premier League, some even more so than us. What you're seeing is incompetency rather than any corruption of it or any sinister stuff. Loads of teams will tell you, especially some of them nearer down the table, that they've been wronged by the system. Oh,
6 minutes added on.
he's looked lively since he's come on, you know.
Bournemouth had no penalty apparently this season. They've had
Yeah,
not one
see,
penalty.
that was a penalty.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
That's
And
mad.
I saw a game, I'm sure you guys saw it a few weeks ago, Brighton.
Oh, yeah.
But that's my
There was
answer.
about 5
Yeah.
decisions in that game, bro, that
Yeah.
they didn't get.
That's my answer.
So come on now.
But then go back to the original
Every
question.
team in the Premier League can.
I can't
can
say that
play.
about City off the top
How
of my
many
head.
times have you remembered?
Yeah, I
City
can't remember
getting-
anything.
I mean, look at today. Not being funny, right? That penalty decision could have gone against us, innit? Let's be honest, and he didn't.
No, but the fact is there. Bro.
No,
He
I'm
did
not
touch
saying
his hand.
whether you say it was a penalty or not. In other scenarios, that would have been given. Could potentially have been a goal down. So what I'm saying is, I'm not one for making excuses about
No, but Laurie,
referees
Laurie,
and
but I
VARs.
think, Laurie, what my man is saying is, it's right what you're saying. Like, it's right what you're saying. It goes
Save from
round.
Ramsdale.
Good save.
It goes round. But off the top of my head, I can't remember anything going against it.
Stop it.
Mike, can you? Because I can't.
I'm legit. At first, when he read the question, I was like, it happens to everyone. And then now I think about it.
It does happen to everyone.
I can't remember it happening to
I
City,
communicate with a lot of different fans, right? And
Keep up.
that's right.
Still
Ramsdale
going then.
grabs it down, waste a bit of
Stay down,
time.
stay
1.5
down.
plays.
Yeah,
6
and
added on.
every time you're in these groups and you will see the fans say, oh, today
Okay, what did the City
done
fans
by
say?
the ref,
What did the City fans say?
VAR. Every club's got
No, but
beef
what did the
with
City
that.
fans say?
Good
Just
save.
City have just been better than everyone else at the moment.
But this guy's
It's
got a
nothing.
point.
So what you?
No,
listen,
no,
let's
No, but it's
just put
nothing
this.
about being better though. We're talking
Let's
about
just
the
put this to
decisions,
bed, right? So, why would you think that the referees would say, "All right, we want City to win the Premier League"? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think it's that. I think they're more weary, scared of giving anything against City.
Why?
Because they're so good and so.
The same way refs never used to give it against United.
Yeah, against United when they were the top team.
No, I don't see that. Personally, I don't see that.
Block goes out for.
I can't remember
corner
Pep
kick.
doing an interview where he's
vexed.
He's vexed. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
I'm very
win most
happy.
of their games, so
you
he's not
wouldn't
going to be
believe.
complaining
I'm
about
happy
the
like you
ref.
wouldn't believe. I haven't had to see one.
Innit? If you win the games, you don't complain about the ref. It's when you lose you
But
complain.
strict those, I mean, I can think about moments against Arsenal, obviously, against Tottenham, against Chelsea, against even United, against
Yeah, we've had bad decisions go
Actually,
against us.
Rashford's goal against City. But that was offside.
Okay,
That was offside.
Fair enough.
There's the one we've managed to muster between us,
Yeah.
but that was offside.
And they lost
Not
that game,
Rashford's
right?
goal, Bruno Fernandes's goal, but yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee
They
you,
lost
when
the
this game is finished today, right, you speak to some Newcastle fans, even though we've been the better team, they're going to say to you, the game changed on that penalty thing.
No,
That's
but they
what
can't
they're
argue
gonna say.
against it. It's VAR.
6 minutes in.
And to be honest, it wasn't a
No,
penalty.
but
though.
you know what football fans are like? That's what they'll say. Oh, we should have had a penalty.
I'll tell them man to
But
shut
you
up.
see that one, it's not a debate
Oh.
whether that's a penalty. It's not like it's contact and you're debating whether it's enough. It was no handball.
It was not handball.
Yeah, but-
they can't look back at that and feel hard done by it.
But I guarantee you they will, though.
Do you reckon that's though because they don't want to admit how badly Newcastle played?
Yes, it's
So
a
that's
way
just
of covering up your
the
team.
scapegoat.
Managers do it all the
Yeah.
time. They will blame refs, VAR. Nah, man, you lost it.
Well done, man.
Well played, Ramsdale.
I think in most cases, like you said, if it's a penalty where two players have come together but this is proven, like you can actually quantify this and say, nah, this is a fact. This is not a penalty.
Yeah.
But when it's touches, you can't really quantify it because there's not a touch sensor. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coming up to 4 minutes played, so there's still 2 left of the 6 added on.
I think it's fair to say we're going to go on and win this game. I hope we don't concede.
You waited to the right time.
Yeah, you could wait another couple of
I
minutes.
respect it.
Laurie covered himself
what?
there.
I learned my lesson, man.
You know what I want? Dave. You're always on AFTV Extra and this and that, calling me this player's up, that player's up, this
Well
and that,
played,
trying
Eddie.
to tarnish my name regarding Saka and so on.
Look at Shaw. Look.
Tierney, you're always on Tierney's back. Can you admit that
Let's do
Tierney's
it the
come
other
on
way.
and shored up this defence?
Go down.
Can you admit-
Eddie, just go down, brother. Just go down. Yeah. All of this fighting
Well played,
business,
Eddie.
man.
Well played, Eddie.
Good time wasted.
Because that guy Shaw's been acting like a bully all game.
All of this fighting business, man.
Well
I don't mind that Eddie did that.
Yeah, well played,
I don't mind
Eddie.
that Eddie did that.
I don't like it. I don't like
Well
it.
played, Eddie.
I don't like it.
Nah, well played, because he's showing that he's not going to let the guy bully.
Nah, just go down, bruv.
Nah, I prefer what he did there.
Ah, man.
You ain't gonna get.
Because in other games now, you know these refs are like, boom, boom. You just throw it for no reason, bruv.
Who's he booking? Both of them?
Both, yeah.
Sure should have been sent off.
Yeah, he should have been booked already for that Jesus one. Eddie's got a yellow
The
shard.
fact that we've reduced them to this level of frustration is good on us.
Ooh.
He won on the yellow.
If Eddie was awake more.
Eddie.
Best in the world says you're expecting Dave to take accountability. Listen, he likes talking shit about me
Who's Dave?
the guy that sends the super chats all the time regarding Tierney, T-shirt privilege and all of this stuff. I mean, like, Tierney's come on, shored up the defense. Zinchenko was having I won't say a
Wow!
That's it. That's
No. Ref didn't see that.
Nope, he just put his arm out, free kick Arsenal. That's it.
That looked two-footed to me.
Oh!
Red card.
You know what? It's because he didn't go to ground.
Yeah.
If he went
Lucky that
to,
these are both not Jacquet.
yeah, because he's
Oh,
not
sit.
Come on!
full time.
Great with that.
You know what this game kind of reminds me of when I was at school. You know, sometimes when you play certain teams, and as soon as you start beating them, man, they start resorting to all these little petulant, dirty tactics.
Yeah.
Well played, Arsenal.
That's because we was that good. We was that good.
Well played.
That guy there, man, he needs to have a word of himself, man.
A few super chats have come in, so I'm going to get the super chats in before we wrap up. H says, what's your thoughts on this statement that we can't challenge for the league again because so many teams have more money than us now? Well, apparently we won't be able to challenge for top 4 after
Forget
losing
about that.
last
That guy
season,
at the
so-
start of the show that was saying every time Laurie's on, we lose. Put a super
Where is
chat
he
in.
now?
I want him to send a super chat in.
Was that on starting 11?
What did he say?
Yeah, he said, every time Laurie's on the show.
Oh, yeah.
So I want that guy, whoever he is, I forgot his name.
He wasn't
now.
wrong though.
What do you mean? He won.
Yeah, today, yeah, but at the time when he sent it, he wasn't wrong.
Yes, he
But
is
he's
wrong.
lost every
Because
time we played.
I've been on pretty much on all of these all season. How many games have we lost?
Not all season, nah.
I've been on a lot of these. But anyway, that guy send in a super chat and admit you were wrong. That's it.
Laurie's not letting go.
One more here. Shress says, proud of the boys today. The Premier League is not over till it's over.
It's not over, bro.
I had a request. Can you guys please help me with a signed Arsenal shirt? I love this team. Shress.
Didn't say who signs it.
I'll get James and Cecil to sign that and then send it out to you, my guy. E7 says, don't care if Newcastle came in with 50 million for Tierney. Do not sell.
Yeah.
Came on and locked down the left-hand side.
did.
Started the second goal and some great interceptions. Completely agree. Man of the match, mine's Jorginho.
I think he got it.
Odegaard for me.
Solid. Odegaard.
Goals win games.
Jorginho.
Stricto.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jorginho.
Right.
I was going to say Tierney, but Jorginho.
You're going to say Tierney. I get it, though.
Jorginho.
Because when he came on, the Newcastle pressure died down a bit, and he was a key part of that second goal as well. That pretty much killed off the game. So Arsenal back to within a point of Man City having played one game more.
Somebody's just texted me, shout out to Steve. He says Newcastle come with violence today. And they were very niggly and physical, and I think they were playing into that old sort of adage about Arsenal, you can rough them up and they're soft. And that's what I liked about this performance,
They
man.
stood up to it, innit?
They stood up to it without being silly. You know, sometimes in the past you've seen Xhaka overreact, get himself sent off. That's not what you do. What you do, you stand up to the bully and you do what Eddie did when that guy Shah was in his face, just pushed him away in his chest so he couldn't get sent off. But you're still sending a message at the same time saying, don't F with me. You know what I mean? I love that. Something that you picked up on Turkish with City when Partey let Grealish kind of rough him up.
Oh, don't
and you didn't like that, remember?
No, I didn't.
Today was the opposite.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's fans like to see that. Stand up to the bully, send him on his way. That's what we did.
Sam says we just stew Castle, slow and steady.
Very good performance.
Yeah. Very good performance. Three of us giving Jorginho man of the match. One of us giving Odegaard. It is what it is. I think the majority of the team had a good game, aside from Zinchenko, who got replaced.
Zinchenko weren't at his best today.
Tierney came on and, in my opinion, warrants a start in the next game. Obviously, that's Brighton at the Emirates next Sunday. So we'll be back for a match day live then. Before we do wrap up, I
was just going to say, we're just a point behind now. Okay, City have got a game in hand, but you know what?
This is where the maths comes in.
No, but if they slip up, bro, we're there to. No, but we're a point behind. If they slip up, we can go back on top.
Well, I can't lie. For City to drop points in 2 games out of their last 4 or 5, more than a slip is needed. That is
okay. It's unlikely, but it's not impossible. Would you agree?
It's not impossible, but it's not impossible. But listen, we'll do maths week in, week out until it becomes mathematically not possible. But Arsenal did their job. 2-0 away in one of the difficult ones towards the end of the season. Wow, Lewis Hamilton on the screen that everyone's asking what's going on. Before we wrap up, I want to remind people, FANZONE, full-time show. James and company will be going through it 10 minutes after this stream ends, which is roughly in the next minute or so. Make sure you download the AFTV Plus app, follow the instructions. You can take part 2. FANZONE, full-time show is all about you, your thoughts and feelings around this game, this season, and around the Brighton game coming up next week. 1 point behind City. Download the AFTV Plus app and take part 10 minutes after this stream. Love for the love, people. Big up Laurie, big up Mike making his debut as well, and big up Stricto. Big up James and big up Nick over on Info Station. Hit the like button on your way out. Love for the love. And yeah, big up NordVPN. Peace.
I'm trying to access this video and it's doing my nutting, Robbie.
Basically, you want me to go like...
And I won't be tagged anywhere, and I can save money on when... sake.
So how do I know when he's finished moaning? Stop. All right, okay. Should we do... All right.
That's brilliant.